Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the final episode of Outlaws of the Seven. How is everybody doing today?
Doing good.
Woo! We're not feeling great, but woo!
For some reason, I feel a lot more nervous now that it's like not live. You know?
Yeah. It's weird. it's gonna. I feel like I'm gonna be like looking to chat for things, and then I'm not gonna see anything.
Yeah. I mean, I have 17 hit points, and we have to go fight the final boss. So, a little concerned.
I am really curious how this is gonna go because, like, we have, this is the final episode. We're gonna do like another one shot that we haven't done yet, but that's gonna, from your perspective, audience, in a week. This is the final episode, and we got to beat this guy, and it's going to be very, dramatic, and I'm sure Panda has some cool, well-written stuff, and we really do just have really bad team comp going into things.
Yeah,
which is
not feeling great about our win.
So, I don't know how we're going to win. No, not that I'm not confident in my boy, but I'm not confident in my boy.
I'm so confident in Bo.
You know what? I'm also confident in Bo.
I think Bo is confident in Bo, and I think that Bo has no other choice but to believe in her friends, her party. The way I'm seeing it is if we die, that's pretty novel to be dead like a week in advance before anyone even knows. That'll be crazy to do.
Yeah. First to the apocalypse. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Apocalypse speed run, baby.
Apocalypse speed run.
Woo!
It's just very funny because the chances we are wiped out entirely in the first attack are like not zero. Those are not zero odds.
Substantially above zero, I would say. Actually, we're gonna need. I hope so desperately that actually. Hang on, Momo. You said you had 17 hit points. Bo, how many do you have?
I have
right now.
Right now, 94. I don't think I took a hit in that fight.
You didn't take a hit.
We have a collective 144.
Oh God!
Our team now is sitting at our team right now is sitting at one tank.
By our powers combined, we are a single barbarian.
This is the chances that we are just completely wiped out in the first attack, and this is the first D&Dorks thing where there's just a TPK end of campaign
and they lose
a complete loss.
It's
7 episodes and we fucking lost.
Nathan was the fucking key. Without him, it all falls apart. The linchpin.
To be fair, Nathan was also a ranger.
Yeah, but Hephaestus fucked shit up.
That is true. He was a ranger rogue specifically, wasn't he?
He was a ranger rogue.
That is
Gloomstalker
really
ranger rogue. He was one fucking
at the beginning. Was
No, you're forgetting. He was a Gloomstalker assassin rogue, which is one of the strongest builds you can ever build in Dungeons and Dragons.
Which is hilarious because he didn't know what he was doing by his own admission.
Yeah. This is doom and gloom, but we should get to the show.
Yeah.
It's very funny, and then we can move on to dying, that our comp at the beginning of this, even though it was kind of a secret at the time, was Bard, Ranger, Rogue, Ranger, Rogue. There's not commas between all of those, but it's Ranger, Rogue, and then Ranger, Rogue.
Okay, does anybody want to cover the recap before we start?
I think I've only done the recap once. How many times has everyone else done it? I think everyone's done it once.
I was going to say, I believe it's a sort of pseudo-tradition to have the DM do it.
That is true. That is true. Go ahead.
I do believe that is a pattern we've done before, because that means we get all the important lore just in case.
Okay, so up until this moment, we started our campaign with 4 criminals in a prison who ended up breaking out thanks to a random pirate attack. Once boarded onto this pirate ship, they were separated by the pirate captain, only to discover that the pirate captain himself was actually the Horsemen of War, They defeated said pirate captain and went to the nearest city looking for the scrolls that would make Sir Superhero's character Otaria king of this desolate land.
Woo!
I'm
responsible.
Found... Indeed. They found in that city a person who knew where these scrolls were, a CEO of a massive company, and after starting a riot and getting one of those scrolls, they brought it to the CEO, who turned out to be the Horsemen of Famine. The Horsemen of Famine then fought and lost to the party, who then collected his scroll, only to find out that Nathan Apollo's character Hephaestus was secretly the Horseman of Conquest the entire time, stealing all of the scrolls away from them and disappearing into the night. They were then kidnapped by the Horseman of Death, who was trying to stop her brothers from ending all of reality, and did so by sending our party on various quests to go and get the remaining scrolls. And last episode, unfortunately, the party brought the scrolls to her, and she was shot in the throat by Conquest, who took all of the scrolls away and disappeared into the sky. Only for a boom to be heard, the sky to go black, and Death to say, he got enough of me. And I think that is the entire series up to now, as condensed as I can possibly make it.
Yep.
That's a great job.
I like how you left out all the horrible things. You make us really seem like we're more competent than we are in that recap. And I appreciate the puffers a little bit.
I was trying to be a little bit nicer. Okay, so the last thing that you all saw was... Well, actually, the last thing that happened was that you guys patched up Dorney, who got shot in the throat and seemingly had her essence leave her before you heard a boom on the horizon and the sky went black. What are y'all doing?
Well,
worrying.
Worrying.
But I think in this situation, Bo would get very fucking laser focused on task. Like Bo has Dorney's head in her hands. Like, where is he going? How do we get to him? How do we get you back?
Dorney, holding on to her throat, just kind of coughs up and goes, well, I might start with that, and points to the horizon behind you. If you turn and look, you see a massive portion of land being lifted from the edge of the canyon that makes up Devil's Mesa. It is being lifted into the air and seems to be slowly floating towards the water. Again, this is incredibly hard to see, mostly because the sky seems unnaturally black, but everything is still fairly well lit so that you can see it.
Out of curiosity, is there any... I guess this is sort of a twofold question. Is there anything on that lifting land that I can see? And then sort of follow up, is that, like, from what I know, the location of a town? Like, is he lifting Troll's Landing into the air, or is this just a random chunk of desert?
Give me a quick history check.
I dropped my dice, and I don't remember. There they are. What's history? Is just a flat roll for me. Yes. I don't know my intelligence. Yes. Okay. Let's find out. 5. I have other things to be worrying about, I do believe.
You don't fucking know. You can see that it's not just the section of island that is being lifted away. There is also rocks and boulders and things that seem to be coming from different parts of the land that are coming towards. Sections of buildings, to be particular.
Okay. That's... I mean, Brett just kind of looks around and goes, I'm going to be entirely honest with y'all. I don't know what we're supposed to do about That Bo, can you shoot down that? Is that a thing within your repertoire?
Just to note, it is hilariously far away.
He knows.
No world.
This is not a real suggestion. I'm grasping at straws here.
Gotcha. Good to know. Good to know.
Well, I'm not as a player, but he is.
Gotcha.
What we are going to do, What we are going to do, Rand, is find a way to kill Apollyon.
That's a wonderful thing you just said, Bo. You got any... How the hell?
With a gun, I presume.
What? Yo... Dorney, you okay? You down there? Okay enough?
Dorney is looking at the blood on her hand that is red, and she's like, that's not supposed to be possible.
I don't suppose you have healing potions in those satchel bags of holding, do you?
I didn't exactly need healing potions until this point, girlie. I'm sorry.
All right, so unprepared for extreme situations. Got it.
Unprepared to randomly be mortal, yes.
Rand kind of like leans down, looks at the blood for a second, genuine look of confusion. I go, that looks just, I don't see what the problem is. That looks like normal blood. Oh, goddamn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dorney kind of gets up and holds her gun, and you can see her like open her hand, kind of the same way she did when she was showing you the gun the first time, but nothing seems to happen. It is simply a chrome revolver in her hand, and she's like, oh no, and grabs a gun and puts it back in her holster and goes, okay, he has enough of death in that scroll to count as having all of them.
Huh.
All of the scrolls, or all of
the scrolls, hon.
So does that mean you're no longer the horse person of death? You just...
I'm not entirely sure what this means. This is never... She is very much rattled right now, mostly from being shot in the throat, and secondarily from being the first time not having godlike power. She kind of looks over at the island and goes, y'all got any idea how to get out to a floating island in the middle of the ocean?
Are your horses still magic?
Yeah, I was about to say, do the horses, the Speed Force horses still work?
If you look back at the horses, give me a perception check.
Christ almighty. Just be normal. Just be magic horses still.
I got 18. Though the fact that I have to do a perception check doesn't encourage me very much for this.
Yeah.
I rolled a perception and I got a nat 20.
Score. Bo, looking over at the horses, they don't look very much different, but they feel different. They don't have that same sort of exuding energy off of them anymore.
I would reckon that the horses are no longer an option.
Well, I'm hoping they're at least just normal horses that can get us places without just having to walk.
Can the horses swim?
Dorney looks near the island and goes, y'all know anywhere that's got any boats?
I technically have a boat, so yes.
And
we just have to get to the port.
Oh, yeah, wait, wasn't there... Where was your boat last left? Because it was mentioned in, like, episode 1, but I don't remember. Is it just been sitting there the whole time?
Yes.
It was confiscated by the guards, and it was in the ports that had all the boats at it.
Yeah, it's just there.
I remember I said that the guard tower got destroyed. Did I say that the boats got destroyed?
No.
I
don't think so. Yeah, I don't, because remember our original plan was we were going to sneak off to a boat.
Right,
yeah,
and they were just going to shoot
at
you,
all.
and then they blew the shit out of the tower. Right. Okay.
Oh no! Actually, what it was is people were making a break for it. They were getting shot down, and we're just like, you know what?
Yeah.
Never mind. Not a great plan.
Yeah.
Okay. Dorney holsters her gun, kind of sweeps her white hair back, and is like, okay, we need to get a boat, and we need to get to that, and points to the island that now seems to have swarming portions of buildings and rocks and stones kind of surrounding the island as it continues to kind of drift out into the ocean. Because if I were a betting woman, that right there would be where Apollyon is in comparison to everything else.
Oh, you don't say.
It makes sense, yeah.
Rubbing her neck, she hops on her horse and goes, all right. Y'all need anything before we head out?
Many things, but I don't think any of them are available right now.
I have quite a few supplies on my boat, so maybe we can restock there, possibly.
Alrighty. Let's go in the end of the world.
Yeah. Can we assume riding is like a short rest since we're just on?
Yeah, we'll take a short rest.
Thank God.
Okay.
I get some hit points.
How many
back.
hit dice do I don't think I ever had. I'm so used to never using short rests that I did not write down my hit dice on my character sheet. I'm such a great I'm such a great DM, guys.
I don't think we're gonna have another short rest, so I think I'm just gonna use all my hit dice.
Yeah, I think that's you're at 17 hit points, right? I would use them all.
I took a short rest and nothing changed.
Okay.
Sometimes it just doesn't reset your hit die. I use 10 hit die, 10 d8.
No, nothing changed because I was at full health and I don't have even spells to use spell slots for. So like,
alrighty then.
I gain back enough.
10d8 minus 10, I think.
Oh, I'm back
I think you have to do minus. I have negative con. So.
I'm back to full. Let's go. I got lucky.
All right.
Okay, hold on. I have to do the tally again.
43.
You said 43.
I'm back to full.
Okay, so wait, just to make us even more depressed. What are your HPs again?
94.
Momo.
43.
We didn't even get over 200. We're at 195 total team HP.
Hold on, do I have any like temporary hit point spells?
We can deal with that. We can deal with that once we get up.
Come on, Aid. I don't have Aid.
Oh.
I got. Well, you know what? We'll deal with it when we get there and die. Maybe.
Maybe. Is there anything you would like to do while you're riding, or are you guys riding just straight to the where the tower was?
I mean, I guess if we last saw it at the port with the tower, I'm hoping it's not like totally ransacked. Don't think there's much else to go.
Full disclosure, something I was kind of intending to do in the campaign was have Dolly join for some battles, but there was no proper situation. And not gonna lie, I don't know if fighting God is necessarily the situation either to bring my doggo. So like,
I can imagine at the end climactic moment in the fight against the Horsemen of Conquest, Bo whips out her secret weapon, and it is Big Doggy. that's our best play.
The big dog whiz again.
That is.
I mean, if you have flock of familiars, having a flock of like hounds, like hellhounds, is probably pretty useful. But I don't think you have that.
It's a cool image, at least, but no, I do not have that.
Yeah.
So I guess we're good.
As you guys are riding, you hear what sounds like a second explosion. This one a little bit more cutting than the first. And a couple of seconds after that sound, from Old Bones behind you and from Troll's Landing in front of you, you can start to hear the sounds of screams from what sounds like every person in both towns. As you guys ride closer to where the tower was, you start to realize that the section of land that is now floating in the middle of the ocean was the tower.
The prison tower?
The prison tower.
Oh.
It was the land that the prison tower was on.
Well, the boats weren't on land, so
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably.
As you ride closer, you notice that the crater from where the tower used to be is filling with ocean water. But there are scant few camps that have been set up around it from local authorities of some kind. Really just guards that have been sent here, hired lawmen, bounty hunters, all that sort of ilk. But the tower itself is gone.
Notable question. You said there's water like flooding into this now giant chasm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Are there boats spilling into this giant chasm? And just getting smashed against the rocks, I guess.
No, it is not. They are not being.
Okay.
There's not boats that are being thrown in there.
Okay, that's good. So that means there's maybe your boat is maybe still there.
And what even better news is not like people are going to steal a boat to then try to go to that island that's been ripped out of the ground. So good chance our boats are all still here and unraided.
Maybe one half of those, but hey, we don't need an unraided boat to get to the island as long as they didn't raid any wood. Which I'm just going to shut up now.
Well, on the bright side, we now have actual armor, so might be able to actually prepare ourselves to be taking hits from the Antichrist.
And we'll...
Gigi, I love your optimism. I'm just going to say that now.
I genuinely love your optimism, Gigi. You are correct. We will take any advantage we can get in this fight with the Antichrist.
How's Dorney feeling about all this? Just from can I actually like insight check her just to
you can insight check. I was about to say she's being remarkably quiet.
I don't get to do insight checks a lot, but I do have plus 10 to that. So 28.
28. Inside checking Dorney, getting her vibes. You have never seen her worried. She's not doing great. She is in stone cold. I just need to do this. I just need one step at a time. We just need to move forward as quickly as possible. Like, she is not in the reality of this moment because the reality of this moment would break her.
Understandable.
That's kind of where Dorney is right
Understandable,
now.
Yeah. They're with her. All right, so that's not going to be that much. Actually, I don't know if I have to do a separate check for this, but I just kind of had a thought about something that happened earlier on the same note. So I know she tried to do the thing where she like shapeshifts her gun, right? And that didn't work.
Yeah.
Can I tell, and this would probably be an Arcana check as I'm saying, which I'm not good at, does her gun still have any magic in it, even if she can't control it? Like, what was there still there?
Do an Arcana check.
Okay,
for me,
I will prepare to ask my party members the same question, because I got a 2. So Rand's gonna look at that for a second, think about it, and then just sort of like back up and ask Gigi the same question.
I look over just like really nonchalantly like this. like to try to see if there's any magic in the gun.
All right.
I got a 14.
Got 14. You don't sense anything off the top of your head.
I don't think there's any magic in it. From my +5 Arcana and a 9 on the die.
Oh.
Gigi, are y'all... What? Is this getting to your head? 'Cause I don't know why you're doing math right now. Doesn't seem like a priority.
I mean, what else is there to do except math at the end of the world?
All right. I mean, I suppose as good as anything else.
As you are approaching the crater, you can indeed see the port behind it. You can see where all of the ships were kept. There are substantially less than there were before, only because this tower was destroyed like a week ago and then just kind of left. So there's a shit ton of free boats on the water here.
Hell yeah, free boats.
Can you give me a perception check?
Okay, that's a 28.
That was a nat 1.
28.
15.
Okay.
So we really just kind of hit the full range.
Bo's staring at the floating island off in the distance. Gigi, you looking around because you're looking for your boat, see outside of the crater, on the outside perimeter of it, there are 4 tents, like 4 built up tents, and in front of it there are 4 different guards, all wearing different clothes, hunched over on the ground holding their heads.
Where do I see my boat?
Are you looking for your boat?
Hell yeah, I'm looking for my boat.
Out a little farther out, you can see something that looks kind of like your boat.
I'm so sorry, Panda. I'm so sorry, Panda. I know you want me to go talk to those guards, but I'm just gonna be like, I see my boat over there. We can just ignore these people.
Okay. I'm assuming you said it that loud.
No, I just was like, oh, there's my boat over there. And I just
okay.
Yeah.
The path to get to it. These guys are in front of the crater. You have to get around them to get to the actual port itself.
Excuse me. Just going to scoot past.
You're just
Excuse me.
just going straight up.
Scoot around.
Like just going around them.
All right. Gotcha.
Like it's the end of the world. Everyone's having a bad time. I don't have time to deal with your issues.
Okay. I don't know if you picked up the foreshadowing I was putting down here. Rolling up on as soon as you try and kind of push past them, these guards that are holding onto their heads hunched over on the ground, look up at you with a rabid, animalistic look in their eye, and immediately start to go at you. And I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, shit. Okay. I do want to point out, Panda, give us some credit. I think we picked up on the foreshadowing.
Yeah.
We just ignored it.
Yeah.
You just ignored it. Okay.
We are making...
We're not...
I would like everyone to remember what the 5th scroll does.
Yeah.
Because when you asked what it did forever ago, I told you.
I don't remember.
We're not a high intelligence party. I do have a decent...
I am a high intelligence character. I just, as a person, forgot.
I got a 21 on initiative, though, so that's hopefully good.
I got an 8.
You got a 12? What did Dorney get? I bet Dorney got very high.
I bet Dorney would get very high if she was not in an active existential crisis.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm going to give her a flat roll because she is actively losing her shit.
Fair.
All right. Dorney got a 16.
Man, existential crisis, and she's still on it.
Bo saw you push those clearly ailing and fucked up guards aside, saw them attack you, and was very slow reaching for the gun.
Gigi, what did you get?
I got a 12.
12. All right, and now we're going to see what all of these guys got.
These fucking guys.
Actually, hold. How
Okay.
many did you say? Was it
4?
4 or am
One.
I?
There's 4.
Okay.
There's 4.
I did remember correctly. I should probably go to roll 20, shouldn't I? Hold on.
You should indeed.
God, if I'm probably going first, or at least, God, I hope I'm going first. So I should plan my strategy.
I have no more hit die. I have no more hit die.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sweet.
Well, then let's hope that you don't get too fucked up here.
I didn't get
think
to
I know
change
the
into
guy
my
you
good
took as well.
armor. I'm gonna change on my boat.
All right. I'm getting the initiative order down real quick.
Man, I don't know if we've ever shouted this person out, but we should. I think like we pay them, so we haven't just been taking the stuff without credit. But shout out to Dice Grimorium on Patreon, because his maps are very good. I subbed to his Patreon and used his maps for a good chunk of Symmetry, and that's what we're using now. We haven't used him in a while. Shout out to him.
Indeed. Shout out to that name that I can't remember because I'm sleep deprived.
Dice Grimoire. I remember it because it's on the screen. Dice.
Gotcha.
It's a long name that's hard to spell, but Dice Grimorium on Patreon. You make good maps, and they're very affordable, so I appreciate you.
I am really hoping that these are not monks because I can't take that. I can't take it. I can't take hits by monks.
Why can't you take hit? Wait, what do you mean hits? Huh?
Like, monks will just fuck you up in like one
Oh,
turn.
just in general. Okay, I thought.
Yeah, I like legitimately.
I thought it was
character,
like a specific thing
I'm
to
going
you.
to be. I like genuinely. They can do like 43 points of damage in one turn, so I can't take any hits from them.
All right. Hit me with what you're going to do, Matt, because you got these 4 right here, and if anybody is not on roll 20, then go ahead and get on roll 20.
I mean, so are they all rushing at this point, or is it just like one of them, or what's the scenario that we're going into here?
They are all getting ready to attack you. They're not rushing at you. They are all ready to go down. They're ready to throw down.
Okay. And they're clearly like
they're going to attack.
I was going to say they're clearly in some level of like major mental disorientation. Just I can't talk our way out of this. All right. In that case, they're too far away for me to use my new favorite 5e spell, Magnifying Gravity. See, this is the situation.
What's
Is
that?
this to scale? Like, is each box 5 feet?
Oh God, I didn't actually. Check this one. Hold on.
Oh, probably not.
Probably not. Hold on. Let me adjust
Because
that.
we're like 100 feet away from them.
Yeah. Let me adjust that real quick.
Yeah, before we use like the first 2 turns making dash actions.
Yeah.
I'm a rogue. I'll be fine.
Okay, I think you should be good.
Okay,
so it's now. Let me see if I can do my. There we go. Oh wait, actually, it's I'm blanking. Is Magnifying Gravity a 10-foot radius or 10-foot? Because I might be able to hit all 3 of them if I 10-foot radius. Okay, hold on.
The 20-foot diameter.
So 10, 8, 16. Dang. Okay, so I can't hit all 3 of them, or 3 of them, 3 of them in general. But I can at least hit 2 of them, and that's 50%. And I like the spell, and I don't think it's going to be super useful against Apollyon, so I might as well just do it while I can. So yeah, I'm going to Magnify Gravity. I guess like here in the midpoint, so I can get the 2 purple ones.
Got it. All right. What saving throw did you need?
That is a Constitution saving throw. It is not a high con save, but it is something at the very least.
All right. Let's see. Let's see if they succeed this. All right.
And then also, I don't know if this matters.
One crit fails it. One gets a nat 1.
Hell yeah.
And the other one gets an 18.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 1 fail, 1 pass. also for what this is, but I never say this because it hasn't really mattered. I don't know if it matters in this case. I think I said it once, but until the start of my next turn, any object that isn't being worn or carried, they need to make a strength check to pick it up. If they're like by any chance still picking up their weapons or something. But the damage then, the one that failed is going to take 12 damage, and his speed is halved, and the one that succeeded is going to take 6 damage. And his speed is still fine.
Okay.
That is...
Sorry, I'm marking them all real quick so that I can remember which one is which.
Not incredible, but for an opener, that's basically the best that I have got. So they're set up. Get them.
Gotcha. How much damage did each of them take?
12, and then half for the success. So 12 and 6.
12 and 6. All right.
Not horrible. I'll take it.
Okay. Alrighty then. Okay. And that's going to be your turn?
That will... I mean, I guess... Do I want to move in at all? You know what? I actually am going to move in slightly. Not a lot, but I kind of am incentivized to be close so that I can do my reaction spells. So I'm just going to go... I got dash action. I can go as far as I want. I'm just going to go like halfway up the bridge here, and then I will stop. Just to set me up for later.
Sounds good. All right. So the next person in initiative order is actually one of them. Let's see. 40 feet away from them. For everybody who is watching the recorded version of this, I am sorry because I pulled up the weapon stats and now it won't let me separate them.
We can edit it out. If we don't want to have it in, we can edit. It's beautiful. We can edit out whatever
That's
we want.
beautiful.
We're not going to make a mistake this whole episode.
Wow. Look at how good we're doing. All right. So that's 40 feet and he has...
This episode is 5 minutes long and it's the intro and then Apollyon's dead.
All right, so let's... God damn it. I have so many tabs open right now that it is infuriating.
Yes. The pain of being a DM who's also live streaming. I feel that so much.
It's so good.
I hope you have 2 monitors.
I do indeed have 2 monitors.
Okay.
All right. What do I need to roll to hit you?
To hit me? Wait, what?
Yes. What's your AC?
Okay. I thought you meant like I was like, what?
No. What's your AC?
My AC is 16, which is surprisingly good, actually. Dex
16.
is. I'm so glad that Dex is a factor there.
That guy fucking missed. So, he saw you crush his buddy, and he's also crazed, so he pulled out his revolver, shot, and you hear a bullet whiz over your shoulder. And that's going to be his turn. Now it is Dorney's turn, which is just fucking me again. She is currently on her horse. I did not put a character model in here at all, so she is just off screen right now.
Okay. I'm assuming she has the mounted combatant feat at least. Come on, Dorney.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I know what that is.
Cue Pandared Googling 5e mounted combatant and adding it to the sheet.
What does that mean? Okay. So she is going to take a shot for the 2 people that you hit. So, frazzled on the first one, she misses the same one that succeeded the saving throw, but she does hit the guy who just got hit with the gravity. So now I'm going to flip back over to here. Good God, this is fucking brutal. I just keep switching back and forth between 2 tabs so I can see gun stats and then what I'm doing.
Yeah, you gotta have one big monitor that's just divided up into like 4 different smaller sections of tabs. That is my constant state when streaming.
It's so fucking brutal. All right, so hits the red one in the chest. He's not looking great. Blue one, she did miss, because this is all popping off very randomly. However, that is going to be her turn. Oh my god, I have 3 turns in a row. Then this green guy is going to take a shot at you guys.
Kind of wish I hadn't gone in front if this is the initiative order, but such is the nature of...
Yeah, unfortunately, you are followed immediately by two of the bad guys.
You probably have the highest AC though, so there's that.
And I got shield and I got silvery barbs. This is a character who can react to things very nicely. So...
Okay. They do hit you.
Well, I am going to use a silvery barbs.
Okay, and that means roll again, pick the lower number.
It's disadvantage, and then I get to give advantage to somebody, which I will do to myself for sneak attack.
They miss you.
There we go. I just kind of mage hand tap that bullet out of the way, I guess.
All right, they miss you, and they're like, God damn it! And they are going to run right about here, trying to get closer to shoot you.
All right.
But that is going to be their turn. Gigi, you are now up.
Okay, so let's see. Goodness, I almost want to hold my turn until I want them to be more clustered together. Almost.
I can do that if it gets to my turn. I have spells I haven't actually used in this whole campaign. I can pull out some surprises at the end. Okay, then I want to hold my
turn until they're more clustered together. And once they are clustered together, I want to cast Calm Emotions.
That's a good idea.
Okay, well they have not clustered together, so you just...
Yeah, so I'm going to hold my turn until Otaria says he can cluster them together. So I'm going to hold my turn. I do lose my turn if it gets back to my turn again and they haven't clustered together.
Okay. Yeah, that's a rarely used thing, but technically, I don't know if you've seen this because this is your first time DMing and no one ever uses this, but like you can set a thing where it's like, I'm not going to do anything on my turn, and then if a certain condition happens before my next turn, then you react. But then then if it doesn't happen, it's just a waste of a turn. So it's like a risky play, but if you set it up well, it can be helpful for things.
Gotcha. Okay, in that case, Mike, you're up.
Cool. Bo doesn't know about that plan. And she sees this fucking guy getting way too close.
Gotcha.
So, you best back the fuck up, darling. And she moves to this angle so Otaria isn't directly in the line of sight.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We are gonna shoot at Mr. Green Guy. The revolver is good flavor, but we might as well do the sawed-off shotgun.
You do have your entire bag of guns.
Yeah.
I forgot Bo has every gun.
I have every gun. So, I can reload it after the battle. Fuck it. Pull out the musket.
Oh my god. Okay.
I don't want to be dealing with these guards for long.
I do. Bo has by far the most motivation out of any of us just off personal spite, and we are seeing that in action right now.
That's a 23 to hit.
Oh, it's just a guy.
It's just a guy.
That's just some fucking dude.
Just a very deeply unfortunate guy.
This poor bastard. Oh my god.
I'm thinking of this in like video game terms. Bo like misclicks and just uses like all of her heavy weapons on this one ninja.
You just oh my god. You just heavy attacked a fucking NPC. Jesus.
So the damage on the musket is 2d20. I rolled a
Oh my god.
I rolled a 20 and I rolled a 1.
Perfectly average statistically.
You rolled a nat 20 and a 1.
A nat 20 and a nat 1. Yeah. 21 damage.
Shit.
Actually, technically slightly above average, I guess.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do with that, because I'm like, the nat 20 makes me want to say you blew his fucking head off.
Well, this is just damage, so it's not really a nat 20, like it would really have
Right, okay, alright. You did, okay, 21 damage, you hit him dead square in the fucking chest, And I'm going to say he's knocked prone, so his next turn just doesn't fucking happen because you did shoot him.
And that was
at incredibly close range with a musket, and it's going to knock him back about 10 feet. And he's just out of commission for now. Jesus Christ.
Good.
Well,
all right, orange. It's all orange. All in orange.
Him breathe.
Hands all coming together.
Well, him breathing doesn't make terribly much sense, but we're going to take our extra attack, and we're going to...
Oh, God!
We're going to shoot Johnny Red Guy.
That guy's still breathing. Hold on a second. Let me fix that.
No, he's breathing, but he's knocked prone. He's not a threat. We're going to go for Johnny Red Guy. We can't do the musket because that's a one and done. So now we're going to calm down, and we're going to hit him with a shot-off shotgun. So let's roll to hit with that.
Just the sawed-off.
Just the sawed-off. That's not gonna hit. I rolled a 2 on the dice, a 6 to hit.
Yeah, no, that is, you were feeling confident after taking that guy the fuck out, so you just, you point at the other guy and miss.
Seriously, how is he alive?
You can hear him over there. He's still, like, yelling in rage, but at the same time is like, barely breathing, but technically breathing.
Good lord, the lungs on that boy. Could have sworn I hit them.
I can see them right now. They're just sort of hanging out.
Okay. All right. We're on to blue guy over here. He just saw Bo take out his buddy. So he's gonna shoot for Bo. But what's your AC?
My AC is 16.
All right, well, they are going to get you for... Goddamn. They're going to get you in, like, the trap muscle here.
Oh.
Because that is going to be 15 damage with their revolver, where they just pull it out. Seeing you take the fuck out of the green guy, they pull out their revolver and clip you in the shoulder for 14 damage.
Oh, that was 14 damage.
It's a very scary moment hearing the DM say, and I quote verbatim, "They are going to get you." And then just trail off. Like that was...
They're going to get you.
They're going to get you.
Did orange go?
All right. Orange. Yeah, orange shot and missed at Otaria. Okay. Johnny Red Guy, regaining his wits after being fucked up a good couple of times here, is going to, again, try and shoot Otaria. They got one thing. They got revolvers.
Stop doing that.
Crazed randos. They are going to hit you, and it is going to be... Are you going to try and silvery barbs this one? Or can you only do that once?
I have one reaction. Also, I don't have that many spell slots.
All right. In that case, it is going to be... Just check in here. 9. They're going to shoot you for 9 damage.
Could be worse. Could be better. But could be worse.
And it is your turn again, Matt.
Okay, so do we want to try... I can try to force a cluster, but it's going to be risky, because if I fail it, then... Actually, wait, hold on. Silvery barbs. I gotta check. How long does the advantage on that last? Is it a turn, or... Oh, within 1 minute.
That was like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's within a minute, so it's I don't have to use that. It won't get consumed if I don't use that this round. So, do we want me to do the riskier play, or do we want me to just go in and bonk somebody?
I mean, if we can get them all together, if they fail the wisdom save, I'm hoping they fail the wisdom save, because I can make them indifferent to us. So we can just walk away.
What's the range on that spell that you're trying to do?
It's a foot radius, so...
A 20. Okay, so you need orange guy to be
Yeah.
Okay,
I need him to be a little bit closer.
All right, screw it. I'm gonna.
It's a 40-foot diameter. I need him to be within 20 feet.
I'm gonna use a risky play then, and if it fails, then it's Momo's fault. I'm gonna use Puppet, a spell that I have not used yet. But they need to make a Constitution saving throw. If they fail, the target must move up to its speed in a direction that I choose.
Okay. All right. What's the check?
Constitution save, which I would rather it not be that. But also this is notable. If the humanoid is immune to being charmed, this does not do anything. Which I doubt that they are, but I don't know if this is like an overriding effect. But if
they are not immune to being charmed. That is going to be.
Fail that.
What's the save? 12. You are damn lucky. Players win.
Oh,
guys.
thank God. Let's go.
They got a 12.
Yeah.
They're struggling. They can tell that they're being taken control of, but they're like.
I just want him to move directly into the cluster of the others. Rand just kind of turns back.
Perfect.
JJ, this better work, and then waves his hand, and the guy gets just like shoved by some unseen force, like knocking him into the center of the dance circle. Just bam.
Perfect. I don't even have to move from where I am because it's a 60-foot range.
This better work.
So as soon as they're all together, Calm Emotions is triggered. It's going to be a DC 14 charisma save, or they are charmed by me. And it says alternatively, you can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile toward. So they are all hostile towards us. I'm going to make them completely indifferent to us.
Okay.
If they fail the DC 14 charisma save.
The VAR is not helpful. Right. It is indifferent, and that's enough.
Orange guy fails.
Good.
Okay.
Green guy also fails.
Okay.
Blue guy.
50%.
14?
Yes. Charisma.
Also fails.
75%. This is already enough.
Red guy also fails. You have successfully Calm Emotion.
Rand is gonna fist bump Gigi immediately. We got that combo move off. Let's go.
God damn. All of them immediately. They are still seething with rage, but it's like they don't see you.
Okay, so for 1 minute, we just dash.
Sounds good.
All right. 1 minute to get to the ship.
That's like, Reg shoves the one guy into the cluster. Momo or Gigi like waves her hand, and they all just stop. I imagine we all kind of look at each other awkwardly and then run.
Yeah.
Worked for me.
All right.
Combat
diffused. Yeah, if you attempt to suppress strong emotions in a group of people, I think crazed, and I'm just making them indifferent to us, is suppressing their emotions.
That is impressive. I have to say, that is very impressive. Okay. Well, in that case, we're going to go back to the regular play, because you did just run the fuck past them. If you want to, like, investigate, perception check them while you run past, or if you're just saying fuck this and getting the hell out of there.
I'll give them a perception.
I mean, if I wanted, can I use my passive perception or passive investigation, whatever you want me to use to like get a vibe of the situation with them?
Passive perception or perception check, whichever one you want to do.
Passive perception is 19.
Damn. 19.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I built this character to be intelligent.
As you run by them, their eyes are glazed over. They are not looking at anything specific. Mm-hmm. Their pupils, specifically, while not glowing, are white. They're not black anymore. And they are vibrating with rage. They are just fuming. But they're not attacking each other yet, mostly because you just gave them calm emotions. You did say don't attack us, but at the same time they are still slightly charmed and not actively attacking each other. They are vibrating with rage, frothing at the mouth. They're just normal cowboys, though. They are not like knights or anything. They're just normal fucking law enforcement from around the area. And they are going in between bouts of yelling and just breathing heavily as you run past them.
Okay, well that's that. Let's get to the ship.
Gotcha. All right. You run out to the dock, which again has been pillaged since the last time you saw it. Nobody's cleaned up the bodies, and in fact, there are a couple more. You have to run past all of the rubble of where the tower once was, and you get to your boat, Gigi. What are you doing?
Actually, I would like to know. We've never been on Gigi's boat. What is Gigi's boat like? No. What's the vibe of our new craft?
Yeah, Gigi.
I imagine it's
what's your boat like?
I don't. Are boats made of wood here? Or are they all I'm asking the GM for like a boat that left harbor like 200 years ago. Would that be made of wood or would that be made of metal?
So your boat didn't leave 200 years ago. Your boat, all of the boats, left 500 years ago.
Sorry,
when the Dune started. You were born 200 years ago.
Yeah.
Your boat is indeed made out of wood. In fact, all of the boats are made out of wood. But yours is very obviously like... It's antique, but it's definitely a noble's boat. This is definitely a very, very prestigious... do you want me to give a visual description? Because I can probably just pop off with what's...
like you're already going at it. I wasn't sure if this was wood or if this was metal, so...
It's wood. This is a noble's boat. If you have any specific details you want to add, just go ahead and drop them. But, like, it's very fancy. Gigi, I will ask, did your parents have servants or crew that were working on your boat?
Yes, we did. Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. A lot or a little?
We had I think we had a moderate amount. Like we were comfortable.
Well, okay, hold on.
Okay.
If I can
a normal amount of servants and crew.
Moderate amount of servants to you,
Fuck is more. Anyway, so the boat has been maintained. The boat has been maintained. It hasn't seen any battle, which is very strange. Not a single boat you have ever seen doesn't have at least one bullet hole in it. But this boat is very obviously just worn down by the process of sailing. It's fairly large. Again, this is a whole castle on the water, but it's definitely not like War's ship. It's not massively huge, but this is a noble's boat not built for war. This is essentially ye olde yacht.
All right. I would say that because this is a noble ship and like nobles love to have their secret passageways and bullshit like that we do have like a secret passageway like to my parents' quarters.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Where a cannon entrance would be, there is a small door that is disguised by the paintings that are put into the side of it that have obviously been touched up over the years because, again, 500 years in salt water doesn't do very well to paint. You pop that door open, a ladder rolls out of the side, and I'm assuming you guys crawl in, or are you doing anything?
Crawling in.
I have a question for... Well, Rand has a question. I'm just going to kind of work... Gigi, I got a quick question for you. This is your ship? Yeah, this is your family ship? Why the hell did you leave?
Well, I wanted adventure.
Why? Look, I respect adventure as much as the next person, but there's, you got servants and food and everything that's... When you came to the desert, we just sort of burned a village and got attacked by monsters. This is... I'm beginning to worry that you are not appreciative of the situation that you're in.
Well, to be fair, when I came to the land, I was expecting a greenery and it not to be the apocalypse. So, you could say it kind of put a damper on my expectations, and I am now very grateful to have grown up not here.
That is kind of what I was saying that you should feel like, but hearing you say it, hearing it come out of your mouth, it doesn't actually, it sounds kind of offensive.
Hearing you talk about how bad this is kind of... I don't think I like that.
It's okay when I say it.
Well, anyway, do you want to...
What is that supposed to mean?
Do you want to take a breather? We're about to go fight the Antichrist, and my parents definitely had like a medical kit or two.
That would be okay, good. That's something that we're gonna need.
That would be most prudent, yes.
You hear a second boom over the horizon. Very similar to the one you heard when you were riding up to the tower. Mm-hmm. And the ground starts to shake.
We should go. Let's go.
I agree. We should go. Let's not be here anymore.
Okay, climbing onto the ladder to get into the boat. As you're climbing up, you start to realize that the water is rising. Remember, there is a sheer cliff face for a very long time, and then the boats. The water level is starting to rise.
Oh.
Right. Gigi, important question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how to steer this thing?
Let's see. Do I know how to steer this thing?
No. I'm gonna jump in here.
Nope.
No, you don't. You have people for that. That is not.
Follow-up question, and this is I'm sure going to be a rule. I don't think I'm going to get this definitively, but I have lived a decent chunk of my life on the sea, and while I was not a captain or a pilot, can I roll to see if I've picked up anything of any worth when it comes to piloting?
Roll me a performance check.
A performance check? Why is it a performance check?
Because you have acted to be a pirate captain this entire time.
Fake. Okay. All right.
I want to see how well you can fake it.
14. Not the worst.
14. You have the equivalent of I've played a doctor on TV. That is about the level that you know how to pilot a ship. But
it's enough.
If it's the best, I'd rather have a TV doctor than no doctor.
Bo's never been on the water.
Yeah, I was not gonna make a fucking roll.
All right.
Bo has no fucking idea how this works.
I will be our navigator then.
Gotcha. Getting into the boat, very luxury. It is much nicer on the inside. I will say you're in your parents' quarters, right?
Yes.
Everybody give me a perception check.
Oh no.
This is not for a bad thing, I can promise.
23.
23. Okay.
I'm looking for things I can steal, probably.
I got a natural one. I'm thinking about the teeth. I am only thinking about the teeth. I can't see the room. I'm only thinking about the teeth.
I got 23.
The panning shot of the internal model Jesus is like, oh, it's so nice to be back in my parents' quarters. I haven't been here in quite a while. There's a lot of fancy stuff here. I wonder, surely some of this has got to be valuable. I can stick it in a bag of it. Teeth. This is where the teeth came from. Teeth. This is where the rest of the body.
Will I find the rest under their pillow? Oh God.
Okay. While you are looking for shit to take, Otaria, you notice on the bookshelf there are. I'm trying to find a fancier name for this other than exactly what they do. Scrolls of the Restful is the way that I would put it.
Sleepy scrolls.
Oh. Sleepy scrolls. They, in your travels, you have come across these once or twice. Fairly useless to a lot of people, but useful to some. It is the equivalent of a single night's sleep, as long as you read off the scroll. And there are about 5 of them, because they are rich nobles, and of course they have something to maintain just dealing shit for longer.
Question for you then, mechanically. How long does it take to read these?
Miraculously, this is basically the equivalent to the rich on the ocean. If they have mages out there, this is essentially Coke to keep you awake.
Wasn't expecting that answer, but cool.
It's super easy to read.
So,
it's like
okay.
maybe 3 sentences long.
So this is can I use my question basically being, can I use this as an in-combat item?
Ooh, that's a great question.
That was what I was. Can I pop this in the middle of a fight?
There is only 5.
That's notable. But my health is good enough right now.
Yes, you can indeed pop this in the middle of combat.
Let's go. Okay. Then take him if you need him. But if you're confident enough, I got 49 health points right now. I can take some hits and use some spell slots.
Would you say that this would be a bonus action or an action?
This is an action.
Okay, that makes sense. That's fair.
That's yeah. If it was a bonus action, that would be a little stupid. But an action, that's okay. Good. I'm feeling better.
I will also add, it can be countered. Because people know what these scrolls are.
Oh, because it's a magical effect, so someone could counterspell it. So interesting.
If you use it, it's not that somebody can like throw a counterspell in the middle of it. Somebody can just destroy the scroll in your hand before you read it.
So I'll have to do this sneak. I'm a rogue. I can figure out a way to do this stealthily.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you try and pop it in combat and someone catches it, they can and will probably destroy it so that you can't read.
Yeah.
Because it does take a turn to read.
Okay. I still like the idea of using this as a combat. I feel like my kit can probably pull this off.
Okay. Is anybody using these now?
I have 80 health, and that's still the highest of our party. I'm probably okay.
And this would be probably a short rest because it's going to take a while to steer the ship towards.
No. They don't put you to sleep.
No. I think she means the
sleep.
boat ride too.
Yeah.
Oh, the boat ride too? Actually, no. It's not going to be a short rest.
It's probably rough seas at this point, I think, is where we're going with that. It's
not restful, mostly because remember the water rising outside? Water's starting to get a little rough. And the sky, while already black, is starting to fill with clouds. Mm-hmm. And the earth is still shaking. Yeah.
Probably not going to try to sleep during that. Or he's not going to have much success.
Probably not a great plan. There's also 4 of you on this ship, and you need to pilot it towards the floating island in the middle of the ocean.
It's a tall order for me, but I guess that's going to be my job.
I mean, actually, I do add half my proficiency bonus to things I'm even not proficient in, so it probably is best if I take a crack at it.
Take a crack at. Okay, give me a performance check.
All right, performance. Let's see.
Can we somehow tag team on this?
All right, that's 17.
17. All right. You spent 200 years on this boat. Mm-hmm. You've seen them pilot it. Mm-hmm. You don't know how to do it, but you've seen them do it. So you're decent enough at it.
Yeah, I've seen this pretty often.
You're decent enough at knowing what to do. Yeah. I am gonna make you re-roll a performance check whenever you try and take the wheel.
Okay.
Is the best way I can the best way I can put it. Both of you, because neither of you have actually pirated a ship.
I'm assuming you meant to say piloted, but you
piloted. Yes, I did. I'm sleep deprived. I'm working off of 1 hour right now.
You wouldn't download a boat.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't steal a scroll.
All right. Let's go.
So, going up to the upper deck, the water's getting pretty dicey out there. The earth, you're not on land, so you can't feel the earth shaking, but you can fucking see it. The water is ahead of you. You can see that the water gets choppier and choppier the closer that you get to the island. Do you look back at the land as it is, as all of this is transpiring?
I think I'm probably at the helm doing what very little I can to help Gigi keep this on course. So that's not going to be my priority.
Bo presumably has jobs, but like she's not steering the ship, and also just the roles have indicated she's kind of out of it right now. So she probably does look back at the land. Yeah.
All right. looking towards Troll's Landing. This is not going to deal you any damage.
Cool.
But give me a Constitution save.
Sick!
What?
Love that for me. Yeah! That was an 8.
This is the most horrifying sight you have ever seen. The people in Troll's Landing are tearing each other apart. They are ragefully destroying each other, throwing each other over the edge of the cliff into the water. You hear gunshots and screaming and yelling, and it is the most gruesome thing you have ever seen. You are overcome with nausea, and you feel like you can't peel your eyes away. That first boom did something to them, and they are violent.
Very curious why we are not affected by this.
You're not looking.
No. I mean the effects
yeah.
of the scrolls in general, not like this, not psychologically. Like, I mean, literally, we are not affected by this, which is good.
Possibly because we have come in contact with the scrolls before.
It could be something like that. It could, or maybe Dorney just has enough power. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out. But yeah, interesting. I'm glad I'm not looking back.
I know you said Bo can't peel her eyes away. If she is ever able to, like, she's literally going to, like, slide her back down the wall against her and just curl up with her head in her knees, just like,
yep.
Fuck.
Do you see Dorney walk up beside you, looking out at Troll's Landing as you guys are sailing towards the island? And just taken aback by all of it. She's just like, we never knew what the scrolls were going to do once we popped them. Every time it was more of a general guess than it was practice. And we never thought this would happen. It's just staring at the carnage that is happening.
It is disturbing, but I suppose in a sense that's just what we were all doing to each other anyway. Pretty lonely world. Dog eat dog world. Some live, the rest die. I do not often feel small, but suddenly finding myself in the eye of the storm of an apocalypse, I do feel rather vulnerable.
Gigi takes it, not Gigi, Dorney, sorry, takes it all in. And just kind of kneels down beside you. And he goes, there are 4 people in the history of this world that have ever stood up to my brother. 4 people in all of history. And of those 4, you are one of the 3 that have gotten the closest. Size does not matter here. There is no such thing as small in the face of destruction.
I appreciate that. That is high praise. Though if we have nothing else in the face of, well, not death, but complete obliteration, then it's a cold comfort.
Sometimes a cold comfort's all you can get. She stands up, kind of readjusts her hat, and turns toward the mast as you guys are going forward. Who is at the helm?
It's got to be Gigi, but I am doing what little I can to, as she put it earlier, give her bonuses to her rolls if we're doing math now.
All right. Both of you give me a performance check, and I want to know where you guys are at.
All right, performance. 19.
That's a 22. So
22.
We have,
all right,
we have
Gigi,
gotten
you're
the hang
doing
of this.
We
great at this.
got
And
this.
Otaria, you know
See, I told you,
exactly where you're
it couldn't possibly
going.
be that hard. Like, people are doing it all the time.
Look, Gigi, I know we haven't always gotten along on this little journey, but with the trick with those crazy guards and then this, I feel like we're really sort of getting into a rhythm here.
Yeah, yes.
You hear lightning crack down behind you as it hits one of the ships that was still in the port. It erupts into fire, and you guys see the backlighting on you as you continue forward. You can hear, while I'm assuming you guys are staring forward because you're still trudging through this shit, and Bo's not fucking looking again.
Yeah.
You can hear the cliff behind you crumbling. Under the earthquakes.
So things are bad. Things are bad.
Things are bad.
You can hear large chunks of earth falling into the water as it starts to consume everything that was low.
It's almost over. All we have to do is win.
In the eye of this massive storm, there is the island, and as it moves, you see the eye of the storm moving with it. Super conveniently, mostly because I don't want to try and figure out how the fuck you guys are going to get onto this. One of the ladders that were used to climb to the top of the tower is loosely draping in the wind off of the side of the massive island as it floats through the air.
Right. Looks like a good place to drop anchor.
Or perhaps to keep the ship adrift, because if we drop anchor, the eye of the storm will probably leave it behind. Although I suppose we won't need it either way.
Yeah, I don't like the point, but it is a point that has been. Yeah. Okay.
Bo at some point it devolves into her mumbling to herself like the logistics of the apocalypse.
Dorney walks into the group and is like, once we go up there, he is going to do absolutely everything possible to make sure we don't get back down.
All right, let's see if I should really read that scroll of rest. You know what? I am going to... How many of us are there? There's four of us? Four of us.
4 in total.
So I'm going to read one.
Okay.
And just saying that it is my ship, I do think I should have the extra scroll, just in case.
Sure.
All right.
I suppose that's only fair.
So I'm going to long rest and get all my spell slots back.
All right.
The quick brown fox zipped over the lazy dog. Jumped over the lazy dog. Fuck.
Yeah.
The fox represents energy that is coursing over you, the lazy dog, in your sleep.
And the dog is laying
Perfect.
vertically, representing the cocaine.
You see, it's all a metaphor. These were all in front of blue curtains, by the way.
Man, the dog represents the cocaine is one of the worst things we've said on the show.
Okay, so you guys have made it to the draped ladder going up to the island. The world is falling apart behind you as the apocalypse has officially begun. Are you guys going up the ladder?
I'm trying to think if I have any. Given my character, I want to know if there's any sort of tricks or sort of gambles I can play here. I don't know what, if anything, would be really helpful. I got the scroll. That's good. I'm gonna hide that somewhere in my armor, and I think that's about what I got.
I mean, it's not like he knows we have them. He'll only know we have them when he sees us.
Well, I mean, he does have...
Sees it on us.
He does probably have some level of... Actually, wait. Hold on. I might want to do something really stupid here. And I don't know if
when I said they're recognizable, I mean like if you saw somebody pull out a stick of dynamite or like something like that, you'd know what the fuck it is. Like it's not it doesn't just look like a fireball scroll or something. The scrolls of the Restful look very specifically like themselves.
I have a weird play that might be nothing, but I want to set everything. Is there another scroll on this boat? Literally just any scroll that is maybe roughly the same size and shape as this one?
Yeah, I'd say so. You got Gigi's parents had a big ass library.
Yeah, we absolutely have a shit ton of scrolls.
I'm going to take, this is only an action to do, so I'm going to take one of those, and I'm going to Nistel's Magic Aura, which is probably the weirdest, most not telekinetic spell in my kit, which I represent by just, I don't know, his mage hand is just constantly holding it and giving off a magic aura, and that's the closest thing. I am basically going to give a non-sleepy scroll the magical signature of a sleepy scroll. It won't look the same, but maybe I can do some sort of fake out. So I got the real one, and then I have one that magically looks similar.
And I do have a question, since we are on my ship.
Yeah.
What are the odds that my parents had spell scrolls here anyway?
Low.
Oh,
also
your parents were rich nobles who never really assumed that they were going to need protection because they have people for that. They had knights. They had.
I mean, if they did, you probably read them already too.
All right, then.
Yeah.
Who wants?
You did spend 200 years training.
There.
So.
Then who wants to be able to escape, to be unaffected by difficult terrain and be able to escape from non-magical restraints?
Probably give that to Bo because I have high enough dex that I don't. It would probably benefit Bo more.
Dorney? You think you
or
might?
Dorney, yeah, or Dorney.
And or Dorney. Dorney is just kind of a good cowboy right now.
Yeah, honestly, give it to Dorney
kind
because
of a good cowboy.
Because Ranger difficult terrain isn't really that much of a problem for me anyway. So
it basically, for freedom of movement, you touch a willing creature for the duration. The target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects can neither reduce the target's speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained. The target can also spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints, such as manacles or a creature that has it grappled. Finally, being underwater imposes no penalties on the target's movement or attacks.
I hate how relevant that last part might actually become.
Yeah, that's...
Say that last part again?
Being underwater imposes no penalties on the target's movement or attacks.
Gotcha.
So who would like to have freedom of movement? I can use all of my 4th level spell slots to cast this on us, and it is not concentration, lasts an hour.
Oh. Okay, well if you have enough spell slots to give it to everybody, might as well. If last priority for me, because I got enough decks, but if you're handing them out.
Alright, so I'm going to use all of my 4th level spell slots to cast freedom of movement on me, Dorney, and Bo.
Alright.
And it lasts an hour. I doubt this whole fight is going to last an hour.
Not in game, probably. Okay. Anything else y'all want to do?
I think that's all.
I think that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Let me check if I have any features and traits I am unfamiliar with. I don't think so. I think that's everything. Yes.
All right. Okay. If that is the case, then are you guys climbing the ladder?
Yeah. For what it's worth, I don't know if this is going to be worth anything. If it's in a storm, when we get to right on the edge, I want to see if I can hear Apollyon saying or doing anything before we get up there, and that is dependent on a million different factors.
If we can at least stealth.
Check that.
Stealth this.
All right. Well, before you guys go up the ladder, I'm going to call a quick break real quick because I was going to take a quick bathroom
Yep,
break.
that
and
makes
we can
sense.
Cut this out after the
That
fact.
makes sense.
So scary.
Okay, all right. I shall return.
Oh yeah, because we don't have to do any. This isn't live.
Right, we don't have to go anywhere because we can just cut it
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll be back in a second then.
All right, we are all back.
Okay.
All right, everybody ready?
Yeah.
Well, emotionally, who knows? But tech-wise,
We shall see. All right. You guys have finally done your prep work, and you are getting ready to mount the island.
Stealthily.
Stealthily. There is a ladder ahead of you. Who is going first, and what are you doing?
no one's speaking up, so I'll go first.
Okay.
I mean, I probably do have one of the better stealth anyway.
Yeah.
So I'll go first. And yeah, like once I get to this is just going up to like the edge of the island.
Okay.
Once I get like close to the edge, I'm gonna wait and see and just perception check to see if I can sense anything interesting that might be a danger. You get the idea.
All right. Okay, give me your perception check.
That is a nat 20.
Nat 20.
That is
All
a
right.
nat 20.
In-depth description of what's going on.
It's the little cat eyes like peeking over the table that's the edge of the.
You can see in the center of this island, Apollyon, obviously, but you see the remains of all of these buildings from around the land that you guys were on, are circling in the shape of a giant white tower, exactly the same as the one you saw in the Wizard's Tower, hovering above him. And in front of him, he is holding one of the scrolls. He breaks it open, and you see what looks like war start to reform in front of him.
I don't like that.
He's going backwards.
You see him cut open the scroll, and you see the smoke form of war start to form in front of him. Before, where the head is forming, Apollyon grabs the head, and you see war crumble into his hand as it is absorbed into him. And he throws the scroll to the side and reaches to grab another one.
Okay.
So first
it
off,
open
just for my note, roughly how far away is this from where we are right now?
I would say about maybe 100 feet,
100 feet.
in front of you.
Okay, so I'm going to duck back down under. I'm going to turn down. Okay, y'all want the good news or the bad news?
Is there good news?
War's gone.
We
War
always
is
knew
gone.
that.
Well, he wasn't gone for a second there, and now he's gone again.
Where
That's
did
like
he go?
That's the bad news. So War was there for a second, and I was worried about that because then I didn't want to have to fight two of them. But then Apollyon kind of crushed his face in and sort of absorbed. It seemed like he absorbed all the. Dorney, is that a thing that he can do?
I mean, this is the first time the apocalypse has happened that I know of, so I'm not particularly sure what the rules and regulations are here.
Okay, well, that is a disappointing answer, I'm not going to lie. But the good news is there's only one of them, which is what we expected. So maybe it's not good news, it's more just sort of a status quo kind of thing. I'm just going to shut up, and we can decide how we want to move forward. Is there anything around the ladder where I could feasibly like get off the ladder and sneak up and hide behind that so I'm not directly in his view? Or is this just a flat plane?
You are in the foundation of what used to be the tower.
Okay.
So there are like some broken like support beams and the walls are kind of crumbling around it and everything. There are a couple places that you could potentially hide.
Okay, and if I can hide, everyone can, because I'm the biggest. So I'm gonna crawl up and try to get over there.
All right. Okay. Give me a stealth check.
I'm so terrified you guys are gonna see me crawl up and then my corpse just go flying off the side of the island. That's gonna be okay, thank God, 22.
22. Okay. You did pass. You are successfully able to stealth your way up there and hide behind a wall. The wall is pretty big, so it's obvious that you could hide behind it. I will say, it's not as simple as Otaria can hide, so the rest of you can hide. Remember, he spotted one of you from around the corner in that last dungeon that you saw him in.
True. I guess I should have phrased it more specifically to if there is enough cover to obscure
yes,
me.
Yes, you can all get to cover.
That's what I meant by that. I should have been more specific. Right. If you guys want like a signal, I can use my mage hand and just like tap you on the shoulder and point up.
I think that's a good idea at this point.
Sure.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I can use my mage hand to signal you guys. Actually, wait. Let's be smart about this. He's busy with the scrolls. I'm gonna give the signal like when he's looking at something. If he's doing something, I'm gonna be like, go now, go now.
Like, and what is the signal meant to do? Is it meant to just like tell us to attack? Or
I have mage hand. I don't have talking. So
well, that's fair.
So wait. You see a ghostly hand appear in front of you, tap you on the shoulder, and go.
Okay. I think that means what's
sorry to the podcast listeners, but you can imagine it in your head, and you're probably correct as to what I just did.
For audio listeners, tap walkie fingers up is the message we get.
That's all I got.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yes.
So do you think those walkie fingers were more like heavy walkie fingers or like stealthy tippy toes walkie fingers?
Like tiptoe, like the slow steps, tiptoe walkie fingers.
Well, Gigi, I think we should loudly pronounce our arrival to the Antichrist upon his island. We should do the sneaky walkie fingers.
Right.
I do want to mention, Otaria, you are like pretty fucking high up. You are like maybe 400 or 500 feet in the air where you're at right now. This ladder is swaying in the breeze, and you guys, I'm assuming, are still on the boat.
Oh, I assumed you were on the ladder.
Oh, yeah, I thought they were on the ladder behind me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's even more terrifying. I'm going to add this to it. Jumping in the middle here, in the middle of this conversation. Hey, Bo.
Yeah.
How you holding up? You have been, you've been the one that's been the most kind of frazzled this whole time. How's Bo's temperament right now?
What shred of patience there was, TBH, probably not there anymore.
Okay. So, patience in terms of like, are you like stressed and panicking about the fact that you're like 300 feet in the air on a rope ladder, or are you like, I'm gonna go and fucking kill this guy?
I'm gonna go and fucking kill this guy. Also, it's the end of my world. It's the end of the world. The death lady I kind of got the hots for fucking got shot in the neck. And still thinking about all the reveals that have happened literally in the 2 days leading up to this point about just like the context and everything. Yeah, Bo's gonna fucking kill this guy, and also she's just kind of done.
Gotcha. Okay, in that case, never mind. You guys are on the ladder. Go proceed with planning.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, if you're on the ladder, then that's fine. I can do my little mage hand thing. That is the only way that I can communicate unless I speak out loud, which feels like a bad idea.
No fucking clue what they're talking about down there.
Yeah, that's actually a really interesting question that I don't think there's an answer to in D&D, and I'm not going to use this now because this would be a rabbit hole to research, but like, can mage hand can I feel sensations with my mage hand? I would imagine I can, but I actually have no idea whether that's... I'm going to look that up really quick. Just
you know what? I'm going to... For my world, the way that I'm going to put it is mage hand for your brain is the same as your normal hand, so you don't physically feel like something hitting your hand, but your brain receives the sensation that the hand just got hit.
It doesn't say. But then so the only way that we could communicate is I can make hand gestures and you can like poke my hand.
You feel the imprint of a thumbs up on the palm of the mage hand from Bo. But received.
I love that. Okay, cool.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, who's going up next then?
I assumed it would be me.
Gotcha. If you're the one who's going up next, I'm going to need you to give me a stealth check.
All right, stealth check. What's it going to be? Is it going to be good? And it is! It's a dirty 20.
Hell yeah.
Okay, good.
You are good.
We're 2 for 4.
2 for 4.
I am going to choose a different place from Otaria. I'm not going to hide with him, because of area of effect possible spells.
We don't want to repeat of last week.
Nuke.
Yeah, because of a possible nuke, I'm going to hide elsewhere.
Gotcha. Okay. Noted. You are going to be kind of equal distant from the ladder, but on the other side.
Yeah.
Gotcha. In that case, Bo, what are you doing?
I am also...
You sneak up the same?
I sneak up. I do the same. I suppose I also try to pick a point that is away, but hey, let's see how this fucking stealth check goes.
Yes, give me a stealth check.
That was...
Not a good sound.
It wasn't a great sound, and it wasn't a great roll. That's a 12.
That's a 12. Okay, conveniently, their roll to perceive you opposing that was not great, so you're good. You also have something to hide behind, and the last person that needs to make this check is Dorney. So let's see what their stealth check is. Okay, and the perception...
Oh, I don't like that.
Narratively, it did make the most sense.
Narratively, it does make the most sense. Yeah. However, unfortunately, it does mean that Dorney did not pass.
Well, maybe Apollyon will think she came alone?
That's always a possibility.
Spotting Dorney, Apollyon turns around and you can't hear him. You guys are hiding, but you just see Dorney staring at her brother, and you cannot hear what Apollyon is saying.
I was about to genuinely ask, can I get an idea of what he's saying from his facial expressions? And then I remembered
what he looks like. Gotcha. No, you cannot get the impression of what he's saying on his facial expressions.
Yeah. Facial expressions do typically require a face.
That is very true, they do. That is unfortunate for you, though. Okay.
I mean, I think all we can really do is wait it out. It doesn't seem smart to intervene.
Dorney is just kind of staring in silence. She's not responding to anything. She's not really saying anything. But you can see she's kind of making facial expressions. In the way one would while they were talking, but she's not saying anything.
Okay, so there's some sort of psychic communication, maybe. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if this is going to be helpful information, but I don't want to just sit here and do nothing while this is happening. He's opening the scrolls one by one, right?
He has not, since you saw him do the first one.
Yeah, I saw him do the thing with war, and then I saw him start to crack another one. Where are the scrolls that he has not opened? Can I see them? Are they floating around him?
Give me a perception check.
Because I feel like somehow attempting to in any way disarm him is my only not that I'm going to try this now, but that is another nat 20.
God
Nat
damn.
20. Okay.
I am honed in to the perception here. This is like Rand is going in here like this is the last grift I will ever get to make. Maybe I gotta know everything about the situation.
Gotta know. Looking around, where Apollyon is, very, very hidden. There are 6 empty scrolls around him. And there is one levitating in the air where he was holding it before, but he has dropped his hand since he has seen Dorney.
How far away from me is that scroll?
Same distance he was, so you moved like maybe 10 feet, about 90 feet away.
Okay, that is out of mage hand range. And we are also not right next to each other. Yeah, I don't have anything I can do at that range that wouldn't be incredibly stupid.
Does anybody have anything that they would like to try and do?
I mean, like, if you shoot a scroll that he's breaking the seal on anyway, would that do anything productive? I guess
Bo would not know that, but I'm gonna leave that at Bo can wonder that.
I was honestly just wondering it aloud. Like, I wasn't expecting an answer. Like, would that really do anything? Would that make all the horseman juice leak out before he can drink it? I don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to try.
Episode 7, spill the horseman juice.
I will note, that is the 7th scroll.
That's the one where if it gets open,
we're not
we
gonna
die.
touch it. We're gonna chill. We're chilling.
If I turn the key that launches the nuke...
I wonder if I break the key while it's in the...
I'm not going to turn the key, but if I shoot the key, will the nuke still go off?
If I shoot the launch button, will it still push it?
I mean, my only question that I feel like the answer to this, given how you've described this area, is going to be no. Is there any way that I could, staying at least mostly in cover, sneak within 30 feet of that scroll? Or is he in like the center of a more open area?
He's in the center of a pretty open area, but it is behind him. I will say you will be at a very great disadvantage there. But
again, going back to the point I made earlier, he doesn't have a face. I don't fully trust the concept of behind when it comes to this guy.
That's fair.
So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna no.
Yeah, it's floating behind him. And there are like other like rubble areas around you that you can try and get to it from. But
no, if that's the situation, I'm gonna at least wait until one of them, Apollyon or Dorney, makes some sort of move that changes the situation at all, unless one of you two have a better plan.
No.
Okay.
Nope. Literal nothing.
You see these two are staring at each other for just a little while longer. And you can see Dorney's hand slowly reaching for her revolver.
Okay.
Why is she doing that? Can I make an insight check to try and see, like, to try and guess at what purpose she is pulling this revolver?
Yeah, you give me an insight check.
Yeah, it could be a couple things.
That wasn't great. Oh my god, that wasn't great at all. That was a 6.
That's a 6. She's reaching for her gun.
And can I use my passive insight on this, or have to make an insight check?
No, you'd have to make an insight check.
All right, let's see.
I mean, if we're all doing it, I have decent enough
I watched
insight.
a nat 20 roll to a 2, but that's an 11.
That's pain. All right, let's see. Can I get my third nat 20? No, but it's still a 15.
15.
Take it.
This is somebody who has been a bounty hunter for the last 500 years. They have used a gun to solve a lot of problems. You can't see what they're talking about, but you have seen people get shot in a bar before while talking.
It's true.
And this feels very similar.
Do I have anything that I can do to assist in this not great plan, but all I have plan? I feel like it's so far out. I could do a thing where it's like I could try to snatch it if she shoots and he's distracted, assuming she's shooting at him and not the scroll, which I feel like both are not out of the question. I mean, I'm kind of just going to have... No, man, all my stuff is 60 feet. All my stuff is 60 feet. He's out of my range. Because I could prepare, like, silvery barbs if she tries to do something. I mean, the other, because we know it's a normal gun, is if that gun had any magic in it, I would be like, do we cause a distraction and give her an opportunity to shoot? But that is a normal gun now, and I'm not confident in the ability of a normal gun to do enough damage to him to make, let's be honest, sacrificing one of us worth it. Okay, I got one more question about the. I feel like I have so many questions about this scenario, but are there any? Can I like? Mage Hand only does like 5 pounds worth of stuff, so that's not that much. But like, can I? Is there like a pile of rubble that I can like shove over to make some sort of rattling noise that is exactly 30 feet away from me at the maximum distance that I can do it? Some sort of noise to hopefully give her some level of opportunity.
I mean, you're on the foundation of a destroyed building. There's plenty of rubble.
I just don't know if it's gonna make a loud enough sound.
You are in the eye of a storm.
Exactly.
No one is speaking. But because you're in the eye of it, you're not in like the thunder and the rain and anything. You're in the one patch of silence. So, yeah, all right. You could.
Screw it. We need to do something. And if there's one tried and true trick in situations like this, it's making a noise somewhere you are not. So I'm going to. I'm actually so tempted to do a double play here and make a noise like right in front of where I actually am, because he knows that I'm a con man. But I don't know if I want to dive that deep into the reverse psychology of this. What do you guys think? Should I do that stupid plan, or should I do? Or if anyone has better ideas, please, for the love of God.
I'd say don't do that because. Sorry, don't say this in character. I say don't do that because there's no way for him to know that it was you that was trying that.
Yeah.
And not just one of us fucking up.
But if I did it and it worked, how cool would that be?
I mean, you could do it and get yourself blasted off and out of range for my feather fall. So
I'll do it 30 feet away, farthest away rubble that I can knock over with my mage hand.
Okay.
Hope
30
Dorney
feet away.
Hope Dorney takes the shot.
30 feet away to the right of you, you use your mage hand to push over some rubble. It falls to the ground, and the second the sound reaches your ears, Apollyon pulls the rifle that you saw him have before out from behind him, and that entire section of rubble and fallen wall is blown from the island. Just a man-sized hole is now where that used to be.
Glad I didn't.
Dorney immediately pulls her revolver to shoot Apollyon as soon as he makes that move. Gets him in the shoulder, which seems to just kind of blow some white dust off of him. And Apollyon, in a flash of light, is right in front of Dorney and holding her by the face. And you can see Dorney start to disintegrate in his hand.
Bo's gonna shoot him. Bo is going to take a shot and try to shoot him. In the neck if she can, TBH.
Okay, what weapon do you have?
Honestly,
you got so many to choose from, my friend.
Yeah, he wasn't as far away as I thought he was going to be, even initially. Because I was thinking rifle. I'm gonna say she has the revolver, because since she didn't know why Dorney was reaching for her gun, she got her revolver to hypothetically, like, if she has to shoot the gun out of her hand, then she's gonna try that shit, I guess.
All right.
So yeah, we'll shoot at him.
You are 22 feet away from where he is right now. So, give me a roll. What do you got?
What do I got? Oh, I have nothing. I got a fucking 6.
Okay.
You technically get 2 attacks.
Right? Yeah, that it could be.
Is it okay if I roll my extra attack to get another shot? It's okay to say no. I think that would also kind of be bullshit.
You pull the gun to make the shot, and you see, as Apollyon is holding Dorney by the face, he holds out his hand and stops the bullet in midair as it is shot towards him. And all of you hear from all directions, "I was wondering when you were going to show up."
You said all of us hear that?
All of you at the exact same time.
Shit.
You all hear in your heads from every direction, "I was wondering when you were going to show up." And he is still holding Dorney, and in fact, he fires the same shot back at you.
Oh, shit.
Give me a dex save.
Ooh. What is my dexterity save? Okay. That's 15.
15. Yeah, that's good enough. You dodge your head out of the way of where you knew that you shot. The bullet hits the wall right next to you. And you see Dorney disintegrate in his hand.
No.
There is a black flash as it goes into his arm, and he opens his hand as it glows back white again. Staring at all of you, he goes, "At first, I thought it might be fitting for you all to tear each other apart like the rest of the world should. But I wanted you all to see this. I wanted you to know what happens next. And I wanted you to see when it all goes silent." And he snaps his fingers, and what little wind and noise you could hear before fizzles out. And you can start to see it is raining, but you can't hear it. And I'm going to need you all to roll initiative for me.
Oh.
Okay, all right. This is not good. I'm glad I got that scroll.
Oh my god, another
15. 9. I'll take it.
I got an 11.
And I'm 19 for initiative.
What's Dorney's initiative?
You got a 19?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. You all got very lucky. His last action must have fucking counted, because that was a 1 for initiative.
Let's go!
Okay,
so in that case, I'm going to need everybody to go over to roll 20.
Yep, that would make... Ooh. It's very, very pretty. Very kind of ominously nice looking.
"20 feet away from the Antichrist." Very cool. Love that for me.
You are indeed 20 feet away from the Antichrist. All right.
Okay.
Momo.
I can barely see him. Oh, there he is. Okay.
You are first.
What
do you do?
Kill him.
Goddamn. I have no other choice but to shoot at this guy. I have no other choice because anything else I make is going to make him harder to hit for everyone else. So I'm going to go ahead and I don't have my dice out. Shoot at him. That's 2d8 for the revolver. Plus my dexterity. I have to roll to hit first. That is, wow. I don't think that would have hit anyway. I don't know why I did that.
What is it?
I don't know why I did that. I couldn't delete it. But that was a 12 on the die. How much do I add for dexterity? That would be a 15 to hit. I don't think that hits.
He's right there. Yeah, that does hit.
Oh, okay. Then a 15. If we want to count the die I rolled, that was 7 plus 3 plus... What is it? Plus also 3 again. So that's 13 damage on the first hit.
13 damage on the first hit. Sounds good.
And the second hit is... Why did I again watch a nat 20 roll to a 2? The second hit misses.
It was how much on the first hit? 15?
I think it was 13? 13.
13. Okay.
13 damage on the first hit. I think I'm gonna try to use the Bardic Inspiration to do that thing for my armor class. By the way, when we got the medium, we didn't get medium armor necessarily, but when we got the armor, was it any special armor? Was it just the regular leather? Regular?
I don't remember you guys putting it on.
I did say we were going to put it on when we got to the ship. If you could roll back the tape.
Okay. I mean, we can check that later anyway, but I don't remember that. But okay. I mean, it is like leather and some light metal. I would say it gives you a +2 to your AC.
Okay. Let's see. I cannot find my features and traits. Where'd it go? My blade flourish does. I can do defensive flourish. Yeah, I think. Fuck, I'm gonna do the defensive flourish again. So I'm gonna deal an extra 1d10 of damage. It's only a 3. And
any damage is damage.
So that's 16 damage, and I add 3 plus to my AC. So that would be...
I said 2.
No, I mean, with my flourish thing, I add 3 because of what I roll on my die.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's like 17.
Yeah, I don't know.
It rebooted, but it seems like everything's fine.
Okay.
It just flickered all the cameras. Okay, we should be good. That happens on the stream sometimes, so I'll assume it's not going to disrupt anything and the recording's still going. Anyway.
Fingers crossed. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, I think my AC's what's 3? 13 plus 3 is 16, plus 3 more would be 19. 19.
Okay, so you did 19 damage.
Yes. I'm going to probably get the fuck out of Dodge. At least not be so close to the edge, because he looks like he can throw people off. So I'm going to use my movement to get 30 feet over here. So I'm a little bit more inland. Go back. Oh my gosh, move. You can go up to the next person to try to move this thing. Is this podium thingy raised? I don't understand how it works.
Yes. Everything that you see on the ground that isn't grass or obviously stone ground is raised.
Okay.
You can hide behind.
All right, so I have a little bit of cover. That's good at least. Yeah. Thank you. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. All right. Next, Matt, you are up.
Okay, let's see. So, I never know what to do on the first turn of combat because I need to wait for an opportunity to do stuff. I mean, do I have I don't want to use anything that do my reactions. I mean, I have enough. Oh wait, I have a gun. I can just shoot him from here. And actually, I forget. I have a. Oh wait, hold on. Stupid thought. That thing. Do I have line of sight on him right now? I don't think I do without moving.
Not without moving.
Dang, I have steady aim, which I haven't actually used yet, but I can't use steady aim then.
Bro.
The heck was that? I think the people above me just dropped something.
Okay.
Anyway, okay. I mean, I don't have a lot that's incredibly helpful here, so I'm just gonna move over a little bit. I'll go over here. That's not the selector thing. There we go. I'm gonna go over here so that we're not. I mean, we're still kind of clustered up, but not as immediate as it could be. And then I am just going to blunderbuss this guy.
All right.
I gotta wait until I have an opportunity to do any of my fancy stuff. That's going to be a 19? 19. If it's a dex. So yes, 19.
19. 19 to hit?
19 to hit, yeah.
Okay. Yes, you do hit.
Okay, let me pull up the weapon stats really quick. Blunderbuss is 2d12. I will take that. Let's see what I can do. That is going to be 11, which is not great, but it's something. And given my turn, that's what we got.
All right.
And then you know what? I actually don't want to. I want to go back here. I can dash, so I'm gonna do that. Just peek out, shoot him, and then I am back. Hopefully out of sight. I know he has that obliteration sniper thing, but I need to be relatively close, so that's gonna be my turn.
Oh, weird.
All right. Mike, you're up.
All right. I know you said we're not relatively clustered up. We super are. We're within 20 feet of each other.
Yeah.
I'm getting the fuck out of there, out of that situation. Get a little bit behind him. And it's shotgun time. It's shotgun time. You can top one bullet, try a few more at the same time. That's what we need. That's a 23 to hit.
Oh, you definitely hit.
Yes. Okay, damage. I don't know off the top of my head. 2d12, but of course.
Matt, your recording just ended.
It did. It restarted. Why did it end? Why did it end now?
That's weird.
Yeah.
It was saving. It was saving when it reset. So it's just been continuously going.
What do you mean it was saving when it?
Remember how when we hit stop recording, it takes a little while for it to.
Well, that was the okay. That's just the Skype backup. So hopefully that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It said. Does it still say recording for everybody?
It
else?
does. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess there might be a little skip in our backup recording. That's fine. All right. Cool.
Okay.
You worried me there for a second, but
Shot.
So I'm not sure why two of them just showed up in the chat.
That's weird. Anyway.
It's a backup. We're gonna hope it's fine.
All right.
It's a backup.
Anyway, shotgun damage. Hey! Oh, I thought that was a 9. It's a 6 and a 7, which adds up to 13 damage.
We'll ramp. We'll get him in the end game.
All right.
We'll get him in the end game. This is the end game.
He says in the
end game of
the
in the fight.
And we have extra attacks, so we're just gonna do that again.
Just 2 shotguns straight to the
They
face.
call me 2 Shotgun Jane. Hiya! I thought the dice was gonna punish me for saying that, but that was another 19 to so 23 to hit.
Hell yeah!
Nice like that.
Damn.
Nice like that bit.
Oh fuck! All right. Yeah. Hey, let's fucking go. That's an 11 and a 12, 23 damage.
Nice.
Fuck
Now you
me.
have to say 2 shotgun Jane every time you attack.
Oh God, what deal with the devil have I made?
God damn. Okay, there you go. And is that your turn?
Yes, that is my turn.
Alrighty. After making 2 shotgun shots into the back of Apollyon's head, you see as his head leans back up again, it rotates 180 degrees on his body, so it's looking straight back at you, Bo, and then he teleports. Just disappears again.
I don't like that.
Hey, Bo?
Yes.
Make me either an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Okay. Let's see which one of those are better. They're both +2. Like literally most of the rest of my checks. They call me two backflip Jane. Hiya! That was a nat one.
No!
Oh god!
You overextended the bit. No.
You overextended it. Oh no!
They said
Okay.
comedy comes in threes.
How do I describe this in a properly horrifying way?
Oh.
I can't silvery barbs because it's your role.
Do I want to go body horror with this?
It's almost Halloween.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Sure. Why not? Okay. Hey, Bo, you feel something in the back of your throat. And from your mouth, a very similar thing starts to happen. As Apollyon forms around you, starting from the inside of your mouth, as the appearance of Apollyon crawls out and fully forms around you. And you are now trapped inside of Apollyon's
Oh,
body.
fuck.
Let me do this.
Panda, you can't do this before I'm DMing the advertised as horror series. You can't raise the bar right now.
You take 6 piercing damage immediately. And you are now trapped inside of Apollyon. You can use your action to try to escape. Again, the same check. But you are now stuck inside of him. So,
Damn.
have fun with that.
You just got venomed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Very. I love that for me. You know,
Just fucking great.
it was super cool when I was within 20 feet of the Antichrist. So, like, this is actually awesome. This is exactly how the day had to go.
Actually,
Freedom of movement?
you have freedom of movement, so you can't be restrained.
By what?
Let's see. Let me read the thing. I think it's that you can't be restrained by non-magical means, but if you are restrained by magical means, you can use 5 feet of your movement to get out of it. But that's off the cuff of my head. Let me double check that.
Just kind of squeeze your way out of there.
Oh, mate, let's see. And it says spells and other magical effects can neither reduce the target's spell speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
So that can't happen.
Don't like being in the
I mean, I
Antichrist?
guess it can
You
still
can just
happen.
leave.
It just doesn't do any. That's actually better because it can still happen,
Yeah.
but she can just
Okay.
leave. So it wastes.
He forms himself around you. You take the damage, and then because of the spell on you, are shot out of its chest. And you are not restrained, but it is still not great.
I'm sure that doesn't feel good naturally.
No. There's a
Yeah.
lot of jokes I could make, and I'm going to restrain myself. No, wait, I have freedom of movement. I can't be restrained. Maybe I should make them.
Ah! You were surrounded. You have been shot out. Probably a changed person at this point. Okay. Yeah, that's Apollyon's turn. So, Momo, you're up.
Well, that was no good, was it? All right. Fuck. Okay. Where is he now? He's right there. Okay. It's a little bit difficult to see him because he kind of looks like the terrain.
Yeah, I didn't realize that when I used this specific thing. I just knew he was white and was like, this is perfect.
Okay. I think I'm gonna take. The only thing we can do is truly. Also, my screen is completely frozen. I don't know if my camera's also frozen. Can you hear me?
Good for me.
I can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Well, I can't move my character because my screen's frozen. Shit, should I do this? For True Strike, it says I can get a peek into the enemy's defenses and also get my I also get advantage on my next attack. Different DMs interpret the wording of True Strike differently. If I had control over my sheet, I would ask what your opinion is on it. I got it back.
All right. Hit me with what you can in terms of the specific wording of True Strike.
Okay, I got it now. It says, you point a finger at a target in range. Your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defenses. On your next turn, you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target, provided that the spell hasn't ended.
Okay. Let's see. How do I want to interpret that? I will say... Mm-hmm. I will tell you it's vulnerable, like the things that it is vulnerable to and immune and not immune to. Okay. And you can have advantage on your
good. That's very good to know, actually. Good job.
All right,
True Strike helping in the final fight? Wild.
A cantrip helping in the final fight? Unheard of.
In this economy?
To be fair, I'm about to be using so many cantrips. But...
All right, yeah. I point a finger at him like a gun. It's like a finger gun. But I'm like, tell me your defenses. Stick them up.
Unfortunately, you do not read any vulnerable twos off of him.
Okay.
However, you do notice that he has resistance against cold and fire and is completely immune to being charmed, deafened, petrified, stunned, or knocked unconscious.
Okay.
That's
I didn't hear frightened in that. I did not hear frightened.
Is frightened technically a charmed effect? No.
I was looking it up. It's not, though, but it feels like it should be, but it's not.
I'm gonna say it is.
I think that's fair. I'll allow it.
I don't think I'm not gonna
as a player.
I'm not gonna say that frightened is not a charmed effect. So
okay,
yeah, that is.
I was like,
here you go. Here's the long and short of it. You can't fuck with his brain. There's no like make him feel something he doesn't want to feel sort of thing.
So immune to fire and cold or resistant to fire.
Resistant to fire and cold, completely immune to necrotic, psychic, and radiant damage.
Okay. Well, we didn't have any of that anyway.
Nope.
So I mean, I guess just keep doing what we're doing. We don't have any of the things that he's resistant to or immune against. So, all right.
That spell did not provide us with much of a tactical advantage, but what it did provide us with is an emotional and morale advantage.
I agree to that. I say this to Atari. I don't know if Bo's necessarily... I just say this whispering to Atari because Bo is not in range for us to hear this.
You are silent.
Oh, fuck. Oh, we're under the silenced effect.
It's not just the silenced effect. There is no sound. Period. Remember when he snapped his fingers at the start and the rain stopped making noise? Sound does not exist right now.
Silvery Barb's got verbal components to it? Technically, Mage Hand is supposed to have verbal, which is stupid. All right, so we gotta fix that.
True Strike is truly the only thing that has only somatic components, so it does still work. I did that.
It's first off dumb that Mage Hand has verbal.
Yeah,
but we gotta fix that for me to be of any use.
I have literally no idea how we would do that, but I will try.
Hit him until he makes a sound.
I mean, when I cast silence, we can't say this to each other because they're under the silence effect.
You can't. You guys can't hear each other at
Mage.
all.
Wait,
I
no, I can't even mage hand.
to
What the hell?
If we didn't have a podcast to run, I was very tempted to just mute the fucking call and be like, okay, Taria, it's your turn.
I mean, that would be very difficult for you to hear what we're doing, so.
Oh, that would have been. That's a clever idea.
I could find a way to mute you to each other, but that was about all that I had in terms of planning for that. But yes, you guys can't hear each other, or anything for that matter. And you can discover that when you try and whisper something to Ataria and can't even hear your own voice.
I mean, I whispered, I'm just like, shit, he can't hear me. He can't hear me. Oh, it doesn't matter. It didn't come up with anything important, so.
I want to reiterate what I said because I don't think that it's sunk in. You can't hear yourself at all. You can't even hear you whispering to yourself.
I'm saying this in my head. I can't think.
Okay.
I can't hear.
No, you can think, but if you're whispering this, like, oh shit, he can't hear me. Nothing. Sound period does not exist.
Yeah. I don't you hold on, do you guys not think when you speak at the same time?
No.
I guess I don't.
I've never.
There's like a psychological
after
name.
Yeah, after show. I suppose.
After
show. We'll talk about it in the after show.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Well, me thinking that was a completely normal thing to also do, I think at the same time as I speak.
Might be. I just don't have time to process after show.
Yeah. So I also think like, I didn't come up with anything important anyway, so worse things could have happened. And I just say, I just made finger guns and I gave Otaria a thumbs up for the Spotify listeners.
You see a very confused Taria kind of look at you, tilt his head, say something, pause, and then after a moment you see, imagine in your head a video of a lion roaring, but you muted it. And then he just kind of throws up his hands and you get, curse words, silent curse words, just a bunch of them. Lip reading. Who's up next?
I mean, I think that's the end of my turn. Yeah. I wasn't able to do anything.
Turn, Matt. It is actually your turn.
Oh, now. Okay. Well, that's a nice little segue into me not being able to do jack shit. Okay, so, yeah, we need to figure out how to make this place not silent because I have what of my spells even have non-verbal or just non-verbal component?
Yeah.
Can I even hit him with like Booming Blade? I don't know. Hold on, let me find out.
Thunder damage does not do anything under the effect of silence. If this is,
I believe it
also does bring a sign.
Oh,
silence.
It is thunder damage. Okay.
Thunder damage.
And and great. That is the one spell I have that doesn't have verbal components.
Yeah.
God damn it,
Mike! It is very fitting that my character's whole bit is like smooth talking and lying to people, and now I have been shut up and cannot do anything at all. I'm gonna shoot him again. It's the only ability I have right now until we make him not this anymore. Though I guess actually, wait, hold on. I do no, because Bo's not within 5 feet of him anymore. Shoot, so I don't have advantage on that. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him again. That's what we have. I am going to definitely hit. That's
I'm sorry, if Bo was ejected from him after being restrained within him, surely I would be within 5 feet.
You know what? Yeah.
Okay. Oh, if Bo is within 5 feet, that does actually change my plan. I can actually do a little bit more. So I'm gonna rush up, and I'm going to. Weirdly, I actually am still gonna cast Booming Blade because Booming Blade does not override the thing, and it's a cantrip. And if by any chance we fix this before his next turn, he'll still take the damage. So yeah, I'm gonna do my classic Booming Blade sneak attack bit, and that is going to be a 27.
Yeah, you
got
hit.
a 19.
That's
No, 28 actually, but regardless, that's a hit.
You hit him.
Okay, so that is I have to do some dice rolls here. I won't bother with the thunder damage if that's immune, just so I don't have to do the calculations. So, and then that is how many of these? That is 28 damage.
28 damage. Okay. God damn.
I see Bo get kind of
sounds good.
Spit out of this man, and I take the opportunity.
All right. That was a hell of a fucking hit.
And that is my one good attack, is if I can get my sneak attack booming blade off. I guess technically, if the target willingly moves 5 feet or more before the start of my next turn, he does take extra thunder damage. Unless the silence goes away, that doesn't matter, but just for note.
Noted. Got it. Okay. Is that the end of your
That
turn?
is, annoyingly, I kind of want to stay close up so that I can keep advantage easier, so sure, I will stay there.
All right, cool. Bo, it is now your turn after being spat out of the chest of this thing.
Yeah, so
Ew.
arguably, and it can be argued, but arguably, the worst thing that has happened to Bo in a just series of just nonstop terrible fucking things happening to Bo has happened. So she is pulling out her biggest gun. It's motherfucker musket time.
I like how this was Bo's straw. Bo was like, I can take him shooting my love interest. I can take watching this city of people tear themselves apart. But when he eats me, that's where I draw the line. And you know what? Valid.
That was a 7 to hit.
Oh, we're so screwed.
That does not...
We're so
But you know
wildly
something?
screwed.
You know something? You know something? I have something I've been thinking about for the entire campaign. I thought, I don't want to pull this out until the last fight. But I have a bag of holding, and I am a gunspit, and I am a gunsmith. And you know what? I bet they've called me Two Musket Jane. I want to pull out another musket out of my bag and try again.
It's okay. I got that one.
Some bitch! Alright!
Bo's just become full-on Hammer Space character, and I'm
There's
so here
just
for
fucking guns
it.
everywhere.
We need this anything that we possibly can. We're so
True.
fucked.
We need anything.
Oh
Dude.
boy.
Musket shot 2, that's chill.
That's yeah, go ahead. You got a bag of
Son of
guns.
a bitch! That was a 13!
Oh my god! Two Musket Jane done missed twice. What the fuck?
And I can't give bardic inspiration by like throwing a rock.
What? You can't get Bardic by throwing a rock.
Hit the gritty to give Bardic inspiration, quick!
Wait. Can Bardic Inspiration be a dance? Can Bardic Inspiration be a dance? I don't know.
I would give the best interpretive dance as bardic inspiration.
I don't know what the rules are for that.
Yeah, you can give a dance.
I'm gonna do a nice dance. A nice dance.
Episode 7
as bardic
Gritty for the
inspiration.
Antichrist.
No, you know what I was gonna do the Rasputin where you like jump out like this.
Oh my
The Gritty at the end of the world.
Oh my god.
And then jump back behind my rock as bardic inspiration.
Congrats. You now have Bardic.
That's a D10.
Bo.
D10?
As a
Sick.
D10.
Alright. Be nice. You fucking be nice to me. Alright, that added 5 to bring us up to 18 to hit.
18. Hold on, let me recheck this stat block here.
I legit hit him with a 15.
You are lucky. You are lucky. Yeah, when you were right up next to him, and
She's
that was,
right in front of him.
I know you. Yes, you were right next to him, and it was the first attack. I was giving you some leeway.
Fair.
Bo, you are very lucky that players win ties.
Okay.
Oh.
18 does hit. Baffled by the gritty that Gigi just hits. Apollyon looks back down at you and gets shot in the fucking face. All right. Go ahead and give me a damage.
Okay,
roll.
that was 2 10s, 20 damage.
That's.
Okay.
20 damage.
I'm so glad you nailed
Again,
that second attack.
exactly average.
That's such a good moment of you pull out the giant gun, totally whiff. He just looks down at you and you go, but you didn't expect my second gun.
Yeah.
My second
Nailed
gun.
is a strong word when we had to emergency deploy Russian folk dancing, but sure.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Momo. Have you ever heard of comedic irony?
Oh no.
I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Does it help if I also have freedom of movement?
This is not that attack.
I swear to God, if I get Young Chun again, I will quit this show. I swear to God.
Ataria?
You better
my
make
God.
this fucking save then.
Ataria is one turn away from just throwing himself off the island.
In darkest day and brightest night, no evil shall escape my sight.
Oh my god.
Those who evil fight, they were my power. Green Lantern's like, come on.
God.
That's a fucking 11.
Ah, man.
Damn it, Green Lantern!
That was a what? Was that an 11?
It's an 11.
Oh.
But what if they called you 2 Dexterity Jane?
How screwed
Oh,
are we
God.
that the phrase "Damn it, Green Lantern" was just like genuinely uttered in the middle of this boss fight?
I have no more bardic inspirations. That's it.
No.
I'm just full
Do
dead.
you-
That's it.
Wait, but you do have the rest scroll, which would restore your bardics if you don't die
Oh
now.
yeah, if this does less than 43
If
points
this
of damage
doesn't
to
kill
me,
you.
which it won't.
All right.
It's a final boss. How much damage could it possibly do?
If it gives me 86 points of damage, I'm just full dead.
It's
that's
the
a tall
Antichrist, Michael. How much could he do? 8 damage?
More than what points of damage?
Don't ask
86
now.
points of
No.
damage, I'm full dead.
How many? 86?
Stop
86 points of
asking.
damage, I'm full dead.
All right, cool. I'm just making sure.
Terrifying.
Fuck me. Okay, so yeah, you take 65 points of damage.
Okay.
It's not. You're not completely dead, but it was the same attack deployed in your face.
Oh my god! Well, I can't do anything about it, so I guess I'm gonna wait here until someone gets me back up again.
Let me
So
see where you
that
are in
happens.
relation. Okay.
And I am so sad to tell you this, but he does have multi-attack.
Can you multi-attack with a spell?
Yeah, usually you can't, but I don't know what the rules are.
Isn't it? Oh, okay. If that's the case,
Multi-attack
then
is
yeah.
generally like the way that it works, and again, I don't know what stat block you're
Melee
using, but
and-
the usual
yeah.
thing is like you can either use a spell or an ability,
Or
because it's
I didn't know that.
because it's underwhelming if a boss like abilities are like the iconic thing, but the boss is just gonna hit
Yeah.
you once with a sword, so it's like they're hitting you multiple. It's just to make it more interesting.
Gotcha.
That's
Okay.
like-
In that case, no. Yeah. You got bloated up, and then that's onto you. Actually, that is now your turn.
oh, that's just a death saving throw, so. That's a pass.
I just had a really
Score!
weird thought that I'm not gonna do. Could I silvery barb someone's death saves?
I'm pretty sure, like, could you not silvery barbs, like, the attack, or... No, I don't know.
I have considered silvery barbsing you guys to boost my own attack. If Rand had flipped over to be on Apollyon's side, I 100% would be texting Panda like I'm silvery barbsing that, make them roll with disadvantage.
Oh my god.
But we're not there.
Gotcha. We are not there. We are not there.
And I couldn't do the attack because it was a saving throw on your end. I can't
Yeah.
barbs that.
God damn.
I'm waiting for the opportunity, but I don't have it yet.
All right. Well, in that case, Matt, it is your turn. You didn't hear it And I'm assuming you didn't directly see it, but there was a very bright flash of light behind you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna attack first, and then I can disengage and move. I'm just gonna do. I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did last time, really, because it's. I'm in the same position, so might as well.
Gotcha.
I'm going to get a 21, and I am going to do the same thing where I'm not going to worry about the thunder damage unless I'm told otherwise. That is a much lower rolls. That's only 17.
You do not hit with a 17.
No, 17. It was a 21 to hit 17.
21 to hit, 17 damage. Okay, yes. That does
several ones on things.
Gotcha.
And then in the hopes of helping Gigi and also not dying, I'm going to bonus action disengage, and then I will go over here. I can't really do anything at this point, but I'm going to just be here anyway, so I'm set up for next turn, and that will be my turn.
Gotcha.
Hit him with my stick and run.
Gotcha. Mike, you are up.
Sick. Well, we're in that melee range anyway, and I've missed with the guns a few too many times for my liking. And also, fuck this guy. So we pull out the big fucking hammer with a spike on the end. The spike
Forgot about
hammer.
the big fucking hammer with the spike on the end.
I want it to be known to everybody that that's all one word.
Yeah.
No hyphens, no nothing. Big fucking hammer with a spike on the end is entirely one word, start to end. Oh, Mike.
That was a 10.
Oh. You do indeed whiff that fucking hit.
Well, we swing again. And they called me 2 big fucking hammer with a spike on the end, Jade, because that was a 23 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
You miss, and Apollyon very much was like, are you fucking kid? And then gets hit in the head again.
Okay. It does suck having game mechanics sometimes, because big fucking hammer with a spike on the end is 1d10 plus 2 damage. But that's 10 damage.
We are chipping away very effectively at his health, and only 33% of us are dead.
If that's not a success...
Actually, currently
50,
pending 50.
50, yeah. 50, that's less good.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn? You
Yeah, Rand is helping Gigi, so... And I am the tank, so yeah.
The tank! Infamously! Alright, so Apollyon's gonna do something called Gut Shot.
Oh.
And Gut Shot is, if a target is within 10 feet, they can make up to 3 attacks with their rifle on a single target. These attacks are treated as melee attacks and do not have disadvantage on any hostile creatures within 5 to 10 feet.
Until I silvery barbs one of them.
Until you silvery barbs one of them.
I don't know if you can do that in the silence. Can you?
I would like to punch Panda Red.
I'm so sorry I took away your whole fucking thing. This is the exact same as me being like, I'm gonna make a super simple light puzzle. All you have to do is hit it with fire, and then no one had any fire.
No, we'll get there eventually. We'll
get there eventually.
This is this is worse for Bo than it is me.
The attacks. If any of the attacks hit their target, it cannot make opportunity attack until the end of it. Okay. All right. So, 3 to hit. Let's see. All right. Let me pull up my dice for this. I'm so sorry to anybody who's watching my recording, because there is a bunch of times where the map just kind of disappears for a second when I try and pull up a different tab that has a bunch of shit in it.
Edit whatever we want.
That's a great point. That's an amazing point. All right, so Fuck me. Does a 23 hit?
No, Panda, a 23 doesn't hit. I actually pulled out the legendary fuck you armor from the tower, so no, my AC's 27.
Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna ask. It hits.
Okay, cool. Better for all of us.
All right. Okay. All right. Does an 11?
No,
hit?
thank God.
Okay. You get shot twice.
Okay, is that all?
Yeah, that's all. Don't worry. Let's do. So that's a big roll.
You just enjoying yourself over there, huh?
A little bit, yeah. I am realizing the troubles here. You wouldn't happen to be low on health, would you, Mike?
Sadly, for this party, 74 health is not low. And that is only 20 less than my maximum pool. So, like...
So, let me give some flavor text for what just happened. You hit him in the head with a big fucking hammer. He did not like that.
Oh, really?
So he pulled out his rifle and fired 3 times at you, hitting you twice. For a combined total of 45 damage.
Mm-hmm.
For 3 sniper shots, that could be so much worse.
It could be, because that was technically 2. That was technically 2 sniper shots.
You could be dead.
You could just be fucking dead.
You could have been, I don't know, exploded, hypothetically, if your day was going really fucking bad.
Yeah. Good thing it's only hypothetical for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of which, that's gonna be his turn. Momo. Let's get another saving throw here.
If you get a nat 20, you're up, right?
Yeah.
That is true. I won't get a nat 20 though.
5%
That's a failure.
chance.
No!
All right, next person.
All right.
Okay, well,
no.
What's your health
Matt.
at right now, Momo?
What do you think?
What do you?
Well, no, but I mean, like, are we? This is I forget if this is something that we're even doing in this campaign. Are we doing like the negative health needs to be healed up, or is it just 0 is 0?
I've
No, it's just
literally
0.
never
Okay.
heard that.
I might be mixing that up with a Pathfinder thing. I think I'm mixing that up with a Pathfinder.
Okay.
No, you do not need to like it. I'm not taking it as like, you're really fucking damaged.
In
right
Pathfinder,
now. You just
have 20 health and take 40 damage. You have negative 20 health and need to be healed 20 health to get up.
I will give an option now that Matt is over here. You can use the scroll on somebody else to try and get them up.
Gigi.
But it will burn one of those scrolls.
I think this.
I also have one.
Yeah, I was about to say Gigi
one
has an extra, and this seems like a good time to do that. So,
That's probably a good time to do it.
And actually, can I? I'm trying to think if there's because he. Hopefully, Apollyon is busy. 1v1ing Bo and her hammer.
How is he supposed to use the scroll if it's silence?
Oh shoot! Can I use it on somebody else in silence? Because if I can read it for myself, that would make sense. But if it's just like a psychic thing, but
here is how I'm going to choose that this scroll works so that you can use it in silence.
Okay.
If you read it in your head, the magic comes out the front of it, so you can read it in your head and then turn it towards the person you need to use it on.
That works. In that case, can I make a stealth check as I do this, just in case? I don't know if there's like any shot, but just to be sure, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take Gigi's scroll, and I'm going to get only a 14 on stealth, but that wasn't even needed. I don't think that's needed. As Gigi jolts awake, dropping all of her stuff.
Yes.
I'm up. I'm up. I hate that it happened to me twice.
Yeah, that's really that's
Gigi.
Oh, can't talk, but you're up.
Upon coming back up again, give me a perception check.
Also, as that's happening, it's an action to do that, right?
Yeah.
That was a 26 on perception.
Ooh. Amazing. So.
Well rested. Makes sense.
Gigi, you with all of the intelligence in the party, come up with the realization that the most important thing in this literal entire world to Apollyon is that last scroll hovering in the center. And if anyone were to poke the trauma bear, as it were, in terms of trying to get said scroll, he probably wouldn't be able to focus on anything else, like making sound not exist.
Oh. That pulls this concept. Okay, that makes sense.
I know this is a concentration spell, but he's been taking hella damage. Does he not have to make concentration?
It's less of a regular concentration spell. This is more of a homebrew. He can control reality, and if he wills sound to not exist, it doesn't exist. But if he doesn't will it to not exist, if all he wants is for that scroll to be okay, he's not going to think about that.
But I thought we can't break the scroll because then that ends the world.
We're not breaking it. It's just if we try to go for it, that's immediately going to become his only priority.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I have anything for that at all.
I still technically can. Where is the scroll? Is it just in the center? There's not on the map. Is it just in the center?
In the center. Yeah, it's just vaguely.
Okay.
I can put a marker on there.
It won't matter in a second. If Gigi communicates that to me somehow, just point at the scroll, hand gestures, whatever. I do have a ton of movement, and I'm going to use it. I don't know.
Yeah, I just point at it.
All right.
Gotcha.
If I need to make I don't know how accurate this map is, but if I need to make like a roll to jump over this gap so that I don't run right past him and get an opportunity attack, I can. But I'm just gonna.
Yeah. Make me a roll to make sure he doesn't like backhand you. Yeah, acrobatics can work because you are jumping
26.
20. Yeah, you.
Okay. And I don't know exactly where the scroll is. Place the boy wherever the scroll is, and let's hope I don't get nuked this time. That is going to be my whole turn, though, is just kind of getting there.
Gotcha. Okay, so you jumped to go and grab the scroll. Mike, it is your turn.
I have 29 health, but as far as I'm concerned, my job is keeping him preoccupied while they do things. So, big fucking hammer with a spike on the end! Yeah!
All right!
That was a 19 to hit.
On the first roll?
That does indeed.
Impossible!
Oh, yeah.
I know, right?
God damn!
Okay. And that is going to do 3 damage.
Yeah, I mean it was just to distract him, right? So not a big thing.
Big fucking hammer with a spike on the end. Oh, does not hit. That was an 11 to hit.
Okay.
Mix it up, but it's the same general principles.
All right. God, I'm really trying to find literally fucking anything to work for a scroll here, and it is just not panning out.
I'll look around and see if I can find something as we're going, because there's in the free assets.
Anyway, yes, Matt, you do grab the scroll out of the air. It does hurt like hell to grab it, the same way it has the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
But the second that you take it from where it is, Apollyon immediately notices. Sound returns instantly. You can hear the cracks of thunder and all of the pouring rain around you, and you just hear, "You're not going anywhere." As loud as you've heard any noise in your entire life from every direction in your head. Apollyon immediately teleports in front of you, and he is going to make a melee attack, actually, because he is going to try and just...
You know what that means, baby. You know what I've been trying to do this whole fight.
Indeed. Okay, so let me.
So technically, if he misses it now, then it kind of becomes an irrelevancy.
That would be very, very funny. I don't think
I don't think he is either. Also, I don't know if I can.
It's a 21 to hit.
I don't know if I can put stuff on the map, but there's shelves there's a thing called Greytail's Tavern Pack that has shelves that kind of look scroll-like. Anyway, what was that roll you said?
21 to hit.
Yeah, I am going to cast Silvery Barbs.
All right. So we are going to see if that is a nat 1, and he misses. You silvery barbs him immediately now that you have your ability to speak back, and he misses you entirely. So enraged, he's not even going to use his multi-attack because he does not remember that is an option. He is just so mad.
Okay, is this about to be Avengers Endgame? All the Avengers chunking the Infinity Gauntlet around to each other.
All right, he misses, and now it is Momo's turn. Actually,
I would like to. I can't get that far. I don't think I could. Let me see. Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong button. I'm gonna move to be a little bit closer, like 5 feet this way. And how far is the radius for fear?
remember he cannot be charmed.
Oh, fuck, he can't. That's right. It's not a... Forget it. It's not a charm effect, but in this case it is. What can I do? Oh, I can't do anything. That's fun.
I don't know if you have it. Your bardics are back, right?
My bardics are back.
If you can give me a bardic, I have advantage on my next hit, and I can do sneak attack. So if I can I can hopefully do a huge hit next turn, and anything to help guarantee that.
Does bardic count as advantage?
No, I have advantage, but I'm saying if you can bardic just to ensure that I don't fuck this up.
Okay, yeah.
Because I still rebarbed it on myself. Okay.
And I'm assuming he also cast, like, I know what a spell looks like, obviously. Can I tell that what he does is a spell?
Like the sound thing?
Like the sound thing, the thing that he threw at me. Like,
you could tell that the thing he threw at you was a spell. The sound thing is not a spell. That is an inherent power that he has, not a spell that someone would cast.
Okay, I'm going to assume he might also have other spells we just don't know about.
Probably.
And in that case, I'm going to cast Silence. Oh, fuck, if I cast Silence, he can't do his Booming Blade. Shit.
Oh, yeah, please do. I mean, you can do it if you want to do some... Oh, well, no, he is over there. I didn't process that he was in front of me.
Can't do that, then.
Yeah, unless you want to try to cast it behind, but I feel like that's probably not...
Like, legitimately, if I cast it on him, that he doesn't take any thunder damage. If I cast it on you, you can't cast the spell. So, I can't do any of that. Let's see, I can at least cast... Oh, right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw a Bardic your way. And I'm also going to cast Enhance Ability, Cat's Grace on you. So you have advantage on dexterity checks, because I think what I just did with the dexterity thing, no?
What do you mean? What you just?
I'm sorry. What happened to me was a dexterity save, I believe.
It was a dexterity save, yes.
At least, well, actually, no, I won't do that one because.
I don't really need. I've got. Right. I mean, I famous last words, but my dex is high enough.
All right, then I'm gonna do Bear's Endurance on you at least because that gives you advantage on Constitution checks, which I think, if I remember, that's what Bo had to do to escape the possession thing, and you're the only one that does not have freedom of movement on you.
Yeah.
So advantage on Constitution checks, and you also get 2d6 temporary hit points.
Oh, nice. Yeah. What? I guess I can roll that.
Yeah.
Let's see. So that is 7 more. I will add that
7
on.
temporary hit points, and you have a bardic inspiration as well.
Okay, and then the bardic is a D10?
That is a D10.
Okay, this is a decent enough setup.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
So then it is me then next, right?
Yep.
All right.
It is you, and then it is Mike.
Booming Blade advantage. And I do have Bardic. First roll is already going to be a hit. That is a 23. I will roll with the advantage just to be sure in case I get a nat 20, which I did not. But that is a 23 to hit. So hopefully this damage is going to be good. That's a bad start. That was not fantastic rolls, but it is 34? 34. 34 damage, and then if he moves again before his next turn willingly 5 feet or more, then he takes 2 more d8.
Unfortunately, gotcha. I'm not the type of bard where you could add your bardic to your attack roll or attack damage.
Yeah, it's okay. The Constitution thing that you gave me too is going to be very helpful, I think. So he misses me, and I take that opportunity and just smack him as hard as I can with my glowy sword.
Good luck.
Okay, Mike, you are up.
All right.
You got this.
Unless anyone needs me to do anything right now, I think I will take this time to read scroll and get health before I die, and cannot read scroll to get health.
That seems like a fair time to do it. With the shields, I'm almost at max health. I feel like that's going to change in about 10 seconds, but...
All right.
On the bright side, you have advantage on Constitution saves.
Hey, the 7 hit points and advantage on Constitution saves could be a lot worse.
Could be.
Let's find out how much worse.
Okay. So we do that, we read scroll, get health, and I'm going to move so I have a decent shot that, again, Otari is not directly in the line of for when the time is appropriate. And that will be my turn.
Sounds good. All right. He is starting to look a little rough. He's not dying yet, but he is looking a little rougher now. The energy coming off of him is a little dusty. That black star in the middle of his face seems to be emanating some sort of black electricity in terms of how pissed he is with Otaria right now.
I probably, in hindsight, maybe should have done something with the scroll instead of just still being holding it. That was probably bad.
You know what? Actually, now that you mentioned that you're still holding it, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Hey, I have advantage on those.
Hey,
and I still have a -1. So I rolled a 4, and then I rolled a 4 again. So that's 3.
That is 3. Yeah, you do fail that. Can you give me let me roll this real quick.
Damn it.
You're gonna take 6 damage from it being in your hand.
Okay. Well, you know what? Doesn't even break the shields that Gigi gave me.
Yes.
So
all right. He's really mad at you. He is going to use Gut Shot.
Yep.
So, let me see. That hits. Does a 20... does a 23
Guess
hit?
what I'm going to do? I'm running out of these, but I'm going to do it again.
There's 3 of these coming, man. Are you sure?
One of them hits. I got to do something.
That's fair.
No, save it for in case he crits, right? Because if he
you're right. If he hits a nat 20, I'll do it on the last one if he doesn't crit on the next. Okay. If this one shots me, I'm
23 hits. Ooh. Does an 11 hit.
An 11 does not.
Okay.
Hey.
And does a 22 hit.
I'm going to Silvery Barbs that third one then.
Gotcha. Okay. Does a 21 hit?
There were more?
Yeah, hey, no. That was my silver bars.
Right.
I now have advantage on a thing. That's good, right?
That's good.
So yeah, two of those are going in. This could kill me.
How much health do you have?
50.
It did 45 on me.
Yes.
So yeah, you are totally in the dangerous range.
Oh wait. I might. No, those were attacks. Shoot, I was gonna say I have a rogue thing that might be helpful here. I'm gonna double check. I guess do the damage as I'm looking.
Are you able to dodge uncannily?
Oh, I have to have used my reaction for that. Dang. Okay.
How much health do you have?
I feel like the answer's going to be 0, but at the moment it is 50.
Including the temporary HP?
Yeah.
You are the luckiest son of a bitch alive, because you have a single point of health.
Let's go!
GG! No,
49
guys, I need you guys
damage.
to understand, I, right now, with the math, have 49 plus 1 shield. Gigi literally just saved my ass perfectly. Because it was 7 temporary HP, 6 from the scroll. So I have on my last leg because of Gigi's motherfucking 1 temp HP. Oh my god.
No reach.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he gut shots you. You are down to a single point of health. He's really fucking mad. Momo, it's your turn.
Oh shit.
If you guys can distract him so that I can maybe take that scroll next turn.
Yep.
Guys, if I can use that scroll on 1 HP and get literally the maximum amount of potential value.
That'd be pretty cool.
And my last level 1 spell slot. If I use this now, I will regain all my health and all my level 1 spell slots. Oh my god.
Did you you took the scroll off of my, unconscious body?
You're extra. Yeah.
Yes, I took yours. I took yours.
If I had it, I would have been able to cast it on you. God damn it.
Well, you have to be relatively close.
Yeah.
I would have gotten close.
Well, that probably would not be a good idea.
Yeah, that seems like...
So I can't get the scroll from Otaria.
I feel like it's risky. You could try, but if you can do anything to stagger or distract him so that I have 10 seconds of not getting murdered time.
Let's see. What spells do I have? Because I'm concentrating on enhanced ability right now.
You can drop that on me. That's not a priority for me right now.
It sort of is. It sort of is. Just a little bit.
Also, I have one thing before we move on, Panda. I was about to say, I guess I should probably drop the scroll because it hurts me when I hold it. Mm-hmm. I think it's probably fair to say that taking literally all but 1 HP probably made me drop it anyway. Is that
yeah? Okay. I'm gonna give that to you. I'm not gonna be like, nope, you're fucked. Yeah. You're not getting anything back.
Okay.
Not that mean. You got hit fucking hard. You opened your hands.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't have mage hand or anything to get that scroll, unfortunately. I don't think there's anything I can get to extend my movement. Is there anything here? No, there's nothing I can get to extend my movement. So unfortunately, he's just gonna have to get the scroll back, which is sucky.
It's bad. That said,
I guess I can just take shots at him then, right?
Yeah.
I'll just try to take some shots at him. I don't think what the fuck is it? Vicious Mockery is going to do much. Also, he's immune to psychic damage, right?
Yeah.
So it's not going to do anything actually. So yeah, I'm just gonna take shots at him.
Gotcha.
Where the fuck are my dice? I put them away, so I'm just gonna roll these. That should be. That is the 3rd time I've watched a nat 20 roll to a 2.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Are your dice weighted?
I'm doing the digital dice.
Oh, never mind.
That is the third time this session I've watched a 20 roll to a 2.
This has been a wild session, just
I've just missed both of my attacks, so
bang bang. All right, Matt, you're up.
Okay. So I need an action to use the thing, right?
Yes.
So that means literally my only option is to just book it somehow and hope I get insanely lucky. Because if I do anything to cover my escape,
Are you a rogue?
Yeah.
yeah.
So you can, and correct me if I'm wrong here, use your action to heal, use your bonus to disengage, and then run.
I would probably do that in the opposite order because I don't want to do it right in front of him. But yes, I will
That's fair.
Because if I pull the scroll right in front of him, he's just gonna obliterate me. You did say, oh boy, I have an interesting idea.
Okay.
This is very in character, and if this works, is good. You said that this area behind us was like an indentation, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage first. And then, I'm going to try a deception thing. I'm going to, like, stumble backwards and do, like, an attempt at a controlled, like, stunt fall, so it looks like I'm collapsing back into this pit, so that I hopefully have a second to, like, do this before he thinks to go check, to make sure I'm actually dead.
Okay. Roll me a deception check.
Okay. And that is a 28.
Yeah, you can make
Okay,
it.
cool.
You can do that.
So I stumble backwards, do like this dramatic fall into this pit, land, and then the second I land out of his eyesight, whip the scroll out and read it.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Okay, we're good.
You are healed.
Oh my god. All right. I got literally the max potential. When I was talking earlier about how can we use this in combat? I did not think I would get 100% health regain.
Yeah.
Talk about saving the health potions for when you need them. Okay, well, that was my whole turn. I am now lying on my back in this pit, but I am not dead.
Gotcha. All right then. Mike,
greatest performance of my
you
life.
are up.
It's shotgun time. We're gonna shoot him with a shotgun. Hopefully. Please help me out. My dice. No, that did not hit. That was a 5 on the die, 9 to try to hit. Well, they call me 2 times.
You just gave up.
I got a 14. Does 14 hit? 14 can't hit.
No.
I believe in you, Bo. You can do this. Give you a bardic.
Bardic, there you go.
Hell yeah.
Shoot that son of a bitch!
Fuck you, asshole! Fall off your horse! Yeah, that added 7, so 21 to hit.
How have we not made references to that yet?
Walk him off his high horse!
What the hell are they doing up there?
I don't think Bo even has a response. She's just shooting him. At this point in her day, she's just shooting him. 14 damage.
All right. You guys are getting close.
Well, I hope it counted because that was my last bardic. I only got 2 of those.
You did get him.
I'm hoping if he thinks I'm dead, I can maybe pop out and get an advantage on my next attack.
Yeah, I'll get
okay,
it.
okay.
Why not? I mean, you did thoroughly deception check this motherfucker that you just fell to your death after getting shot 3 times in the stomach. So, all right. Bo.
Yes.
I'm going to roll this and hope it does. A 14 hit.
A 14 does not hit.
All right. Staggered by the shotgun blast to the face, Apollyon pulls out his rifle, fires at you and misses. He is then going to turn to Gigi. Ooh. Does a 22 hit?
What the fuck do you think?
Yeah. I don't know why I asked that.
There's a morbid pleasure that DMs get from it. I've felt it myself.
Yeah. That's gonna be 21 damage. Because you get shot again.
I mean, I'm at half health.
You got fully revived halfway through this fight, and he's still at half health. Damn.
I'm at half health.
All right. That's Apollyon's turn because he's trying to get you guys to fuck off now. Momo, it's your turn.
My only options are to. I can't silence this motherfucker because that's bad because he can't get blooming blade shit off. Can't vicious mockery him. I don't think I can. I could probably Tasha's hideous laughter him and knock him prone.
Would Tasha's hideous laughter be a charm effect?
I don't think so.
I would assume
just a wisdom save.
I mean,
I think it's a charm effect.
You're making him laugh against his will, so I'm assuming that would be a.
I'll look it up really quick.
Okay. It seems like it's more of an intelligence-based thing. Because it's a creature with an intelligence score of 4 or less isn't affected.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't technically. I would probably. I don't know. That's Panda's call.
You can go ahead and try it. Why not? I'll say it's an intelligence-based thing for this.
Yeah, I'm just going to cast Tasha's hideous laughter on him. I'm going to stop focusing on the enhanced ability, and cast Tasha's hideous laughter in hopes of knocking this dude prone. I don't have a funny joke to say, so I just say, "Your mom!" And hopefully he has to make a wisdom save of 14. And hopefully he fails.
A wisdom save of 14. Okay.
Yeah.
It's weird that it's an int thing, but a wisdom save. Whatever.
He does fail that. Because he got 12. How mean do I want to be? No, I won't be too mean. All of you at the same time, instead of being deaf, are now, your heads are filled with the sound of the most horrendous, terrifying laughter you've ever heard in your entire lives.
That does make sense.
You can't hear anything above the sounds of 1,000 voices laughing. It is the exact opposite of the comfort that you felt when he talked before.
Well, at
but
least...
he is stopped. He's on one knee. He's down.
Okay.
Oh, that's really great. You can't even reach for the scroll because it says the target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration. At the end of each of its turns, and each time it takes damage, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. The target has advantage on the saving throw if it is triggered by damage.
All right.
Well,
Matt,
he's about to take some damage.
But
you do have advantage, remember.
Yeah. I'm gonna, I guess. I mean, if he's down, I need to move anywhere. So yeah, I'm just gonna go up here. If I need to use any movement to do that, I don't think it would matter because I have bonus dash. So I'm gonna just charge up there, and I'm gonna do my classic boom and blade mega bonk.
Gotcha. Hit me with the boom and blade mega bonk.
The advantage might actually matter in this case. It usually doesn't, but shit, 15.
No, 15 does not
15. Okay, that's the first time I've missed the booming blade mega bonk, I do think.
Okay. I don't know if this... maybe it doesn't work here. He's not paralyzed.
I do think I do something. Hold on. Let me check a specific thing here. I can. Okay, so the one thing that I do get to do, which is nice, I haven't used this a lot, mechanically, I am allowed to use my dash, disengage, hide bonus action to control my mage hand. I'm going to use my mage hand, not my actual hand, I'm gonna pick up the scroll and just get it as far away as I can. So I'll move it, I guess, 6 spaces this way, assuming I'm okay to do that and doesn't like explode or anything.
Give me a marker of where
it goes. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can't. It would be 6. It would be like around here. It's just 30 feet, gotcha. So 30 feet as far away.
There we go. All right, so you miss this fucking hit, and then mage hand the thing behind you as far as you can get it.
Okay, I at the very least did some cover there.
All right,
I did use my reaction or my bonus action to do that though, so I am stuck here.
Gotcha. Mike, you're up.
All right. There is at least a comfort in playing such a simple character. The flowchart is nothing. I have guns. I have no spells. It's rifle time with advantage.
Gotcha.
Second best rifle she owns because of this asshole, by the way.
Because of this fucking asshole.
That was an 11 and a 1, so it was a 15 to try to hit. No.
How the fuck does the prone villain keep getting missed?
I don't know. Ask my fucking dice, because God knows I have a lot of goddamn
Aim for where he's
questions
gonna be. He can't move.
Oh wait, don't you get advantage on prone creatures?
I rolled with advantage.
Yeah, we missed 4 attacks there.
Yeah.
Wow.
You have missed
But
4
this one isn't
attacks.
gonna miss, because they called me Two-Rifle Jane! Alright, does a 17 hit?
No.
Damn!
God
Yeah,
damn.
his AC is 18, isn't it? Because I got a high on that one
His
time.
AC is 18,
So did we just miss 6 consecutive rolls?
Yes.
On the
We
bright side.
so
On the
totally
bright
did.
side. That still means he's incapacitated and prone until the end of his next turn.
He's not laughing at whatever the fucking joke was anymore. He's laughing at being missed so many fucking times.
You shut up, Apollyon.
He's just sitting there like, are you fucking kidding? Okay. Is that everybody's turn?
I wish that
Yeah.
I could say no.
Okay. It's a wisdom save, right?
It is a wisdom save, yes.
Well, it's a good thing that he didn't fucking pass it then. He's still laughing. Y'all's failures are hilarious.
Oh.
Momo, it's your turn.
I mean, like, he's incapacitated right now, so I think we can, like, disarm him.
I mean, we can hear each other. We do have all the laughing in our head, which is probably why we missed 6 rolls.
That's fair. That's
yeah,
fair,
you
that's
can't.
fair.
You cannot hear each other, unfortunately.
Like, I don't think I can even get close enough to disarm him. Fuck. I don't have mage hand or nothing. I'm not going to. I think I might just buff someone else.
You could also try to move the scroll somewhere else.
Where is it?
I put it in this, like, basically between you and
okay.
Bo. It's this little brown thing.
Okay. I think I'll just. Can I pick it up and throw it somewhere?
Cover your hand first, but maybe.
Yeah, I like wrap it in like some cloth of like my cape I'm probably wearing or something like that. And I pick it up
You
and
also
I
do have a discarded scroll next to you. You could use to pick it up.
Oh yeah. Scroll.
Oh, yeah.
Discarded health scroll. Yeah.
I like put the used health scroll over it, and I pick that shit up and I toss it as far as I can.
A question: would as far as you can not be off the island?
I mean, am I allowed to throw it away off the island? He's
I
incapacitated.
didn't say it was restrained. I don't know if that's a great plan.
He can't take reactions when he's incapacitated.
That's very true. This is the most insane play, but
So I gotta
I mean,
pick it up.
you can indeed throw the button to end the world into the fucking ocean.
Into
Yeah.
the ocean.
I'm gonna throw the. You don't have to press the button. You can just throw it away.
What's gonna happen? The fish are gonna end the world.
Don't think so. So I'm
It
gonna
just
use
fucking works.
10 feet of movement to go over to the edge and toss the shit to the ocean.
Dude, you thought sea mines were bad. Wait till you hear about the fucking nuke at the bottom of the sea.
Okay. So just so everyone is aware, you took the thing that is going to end the world. Matt was like, get rid of it, and threw it behind him. And then you went...
You said get rid of it!
To be fair,
into the fucking ocean!
Oh, fuck. Scrolls float.
I mean, they do.
My brain was thinking it was going to sink. It's paper.
It's paper.
He's gonna have.
Okay, I'm not responsible for this. For one, this is not my fault. But yeah, I was thinking it was gonna sink, and I was like, "This isn't that bad of a play. It is paper."
Oh my god!
Oh, we're really dumb.
I mean, like,
I don't mean to be that guy. The apocalypse is still actively fucking happening. This is just the is the end button. So if this disappears forever, it's just gonna be congratulations. It's storms and earthquakes and
I am absolutely going to defend the play. Either it's in the fucking water or it's on the fucking island. And I think the water is preferable. The water is farther away from him.
If it is
we
have locate object. We just sail around the base of it's floating. We sail around the base of the island later. Below it, and have Gigi, if she doesn't die, catch or just cast locate object until we fish it out. We're gonna go fishing for the nuke fishing.
To be fair, it's not like the pause button on the end of the world. It's the end button.
We get to the fucking one shot tomorrow, and it's 3 hours of fishing minigame, and we do not explain why.
Oh, that would be really fun. It's just a bunch of unrelated fishermen fishing the scroll out of the ocean, and everyone thinks it's a prequel, and it is not.
Alright, so the scroll in the fucking ocean.
Time left.
You have successfully thrown the scroll off the island. Is that your turn?
I imagine that
my turn.
The ominous silence.
He didn't see any of that. He didn't see any of that. He's too busy laughing.
He's laughing, but he can see you. Like, that is horrible.
Yeah, I don't think it removed.
The cackling gets more deranged. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
It turns from like I'm laughing at your failure, sort of laughing, to like pissed off, angry laughing. Okay.
Should I could do something incredibly stupid, but also very good.
Now,
I'm not gonna do it now.
Just now? Starting now?
I was gonna like jump off the edge and
Okay, at that point, why?
She chunks the scroll, everyone freezes, 3 seconds pass, and then she just sprints to the edge and dolphin dives after.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it though.
And then Gigi swam to land and the apocalypse was avoided.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's the end.
Oh my god.
Okay. Matt, you're up. He is vibrating with rage now.
There's a solid, D&D rounds are 6 seconds. There's a solid 3 seconds of silently processing the events that just went down.
The laughing stops for 3 seconds.
And then
it just starts back up again.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make my attack roll, and then if this hits, I have advantage, so that's good, and then I'll do the flavor on it. It is gonna hit. Let me see if it's a 21. So there's like my sword just kind of like thugs to my side as I look at Gigi baseball pitching the scroll over the side for 3 seconds, and then there's like a visible start of him like, oh shit, right, and then he smacks a polygon again.
Is this the Silvery Barb's big wallop that you usually do?
This isn't actually, but thanks to Silvery Barb's because he's just down, so I have advantage. But yes, it is the same. It is the same general effect. For 41.
Hey!
I missed last time. I am
not
doing that again.
So
Dude,
he's
Brawler
not.
Rogue is a really fun class to play, actually. Like,
Good lord.
fuck stealth, just Brawler Rogue with like silvery barbs and thing. That's very fun.
I
mean, he has advantage on the saving throw for Tasha's hideous laughter.
Because I don't.
So you did. He's not dead, but for flavor, what weapon did you just hit him with?
Sword, my big claymore. I mean, not really a claymore.
Sword?
My fake claymore, yeah.
You chop his head in half. He's not dead, but you did just chunk half of his fucking head off. Just diagonally down his face.
I have a gross thought, and thus Rand has a gross thought. What's in there? Is it just more glowing, I'm assuming?
It seems like it is. So his regular... kind of like Captain Adam is the best way that I would put it. Where it's like... the outside of him is essentially contained light. You cut open his head, and it's just like chaos shooting out of his head. Where the side of his head used to be. Just blindingly bright light coming out in violent bursts out of the side.
Well, I mean, for once, I am at a loss for words. I probably assume he's dead, which is bad, but
I mean that's in your head starts to kind of double over itself. By the way, like you can start to hear like stops and cuts in the sound. Kind of like it seems to be glitching in your head, but he's not stopping laughing, and he's not dead yet. Mike.
He legitimately failed with advantage?
No, he didn't fail.
Okay.
He got him. He got him for 41 damage, but...
Oh, no. I mean, like, he failed his saving throw to get out of Tasha's hideous laughter?
Oh, shit. No. I didn't even try that yet.
Oh, okay. I thought that's why he was laughing more. I'm just like, he failed with advantage?
Okay, let me check with advantage what happens here. What is the save?
14.
14. Let me double check. And it's wisdom, right?
That is correct.
Holy shit, y'all are really abusing the shit out of players winning ties. He got a 14, but it is exactly only 14.
I think we need to just take a second and appreciate how truly just obscenely fucking lucky we have got in this session.
Yeah.
Like, we've had multiple 20s, multiple, like, second advantage hits, multiple players win ties, multiple fails on his part. The freaking exact number of shields that I needed to not die. Like, that's...
Yeah. Mike. You might be it, man. What do you got?
Get him! Get him!
Something good, please. That was 2 14s, so 18 to hit!
Yes!
Let's
Hell yeah! 2 hits!
God.
What are you hitting him with?
The theming of this group, literally, like, lore accurate, literally just barely being able to scrape by and win is very... It's thematic with the setting of, like, everyone's just trying to scrape by, and that is what we are doing with our rolls.
All right. You gotta hit. What are you hitting him with?
I hit him with the rifle. And
okay.
I guess I'll make sure the damage does enough damage, but 17 damage.
You want to say anything?
Hey,
I can't resist. I got a bag of holding, and I'm a metal worker. I have a bullet with his name on it. Hephaestus, crossed out. Apollyon, crossed out. The world. Shoot him with that shit. That's for taking my gun.
Yes. You hit him center of the black of his fucking star. and you see it collapse into itself, and then just a white shockwave shoot out amongst all of you. And where Apollyon was, all 6 scrolls around him are now resealed, and Dorney is laying where Apollyon's body was.
Okay, that's good. I was worried that we were going to have to open a scroll to get her back, and that's not...
Like, just start the apocalypse again a little bit. But
just a tiny...
bit.
It's basically just back to where it was.
Just push it back a little bit. Dorney is laying where Apollyon's body was, and you hear the storm above you dissipate, and the light of the blue sky comes
Oh,
back.
thank goodness. It's really worried we're going to have to fish that scroll out of the ocean for a second.
The light of the blue sky comes back, and the island, I mean, if I wanted to be really fucking mean, I'd say the island just falls. But it does slowly lower back into the water where you guys are. Off the side of the thing, you can see the scroll slowly bobbing in the waves over to the side. What are you doing?
I mean, Rand is hyped, I think, because I've just kind of realized that while I was on my literal last leg a second ago, I am now back to 100% fine. I didn't take any more damage after that. So there's a kind of a breath, and I mean, he just like roars, happy roar, but 100% just triumphant roar up to the ever-clearing sky. Gotcha. Raising the sword in the He-Man pose for the first genuine time in his life.
The last bolt of lightning from the storm dissipating hits behind you.
Hell yeah.
He-Man raised into the sky.
He earned one real one.
He earned a real one.
All right. Bo makes her way to Dorney's body, but she does go to retrieve her gun first. She had some fucking stolen property and some shit to deal with. It is dealt with. Get that prize.
The gun is still modified.
That is A-okay. A souvenir of what it's gone through. It has built character.
Gotcha. This organic silver gun with golden detailing down the entire thing that looks like it is biological.
Maybe I will whittle at the Apollyon bits for fun and therapy.
All right.
We did it! We fucking did it, guys! We did it!
I cannot believe was I dead there for a second? It really felt like I was dead, but I don't think I was.
No, but I was.
Yeah, Gigi, speaking of which, he kind of walks over and holds out his giant lion paw to fist bump. Because remember what I was saying? We really did a good job teamwork there with the. I brought you up, and then you gave me that little shit. We got good pairing here.
Yes, good after we worked out sort of the animosity we had with each other, we actually became a very good team.
We did. We're very, very effective at killing that thing together.
Oh right, Dorney.
Oh right.
Can I do a medicine check to see if she's all right?
Oh yeah. Does she have her powers back or no?
Give a medicine check.
Right. I can roll well. And I did. That's a 19.
Hey.
19. She is passed out, but she's breathing. Which
don't think she did before.
She is breathing. She is still passed out, but seems perfectly fine. In fact, where there was a bandage on her neck, there is now just a scar.
Anyone got any smelling salts or anything?
Best I have is jerky. Sorry.
I think it will work.
We got jerky and seawater.
Snapping the jerky.
The salty jerky underneath her nose to wake her up.
Dorney pops back awake, immediately grabbing her gun off of her side and firing directly in front of her.
Okay.
Okay.
Calm down.
And fires out into nothing, essentially, and is just panicked looking at all of you.
Dorney, we killed him.
Dorney,
We did the thing.
hard as it may be to believe, you are not in the afterlife or having any kind of illusion. We won.
Dorney looks behind all of you and sees all the scrolls like scattered on the ground.
Seventh one's in the ocean.
Shit.
Seventh one's in the ocean. Don't worry about that. We'll get it in a minute.
She looks forward and sees the one bobbing in the waves, and it's like, holy fucking shit. She like stands up and like pats herself like, how the fuck am I here? This doesn't make any sense. If all of those are sealed up, I shouldn't fucking be here. What the hell?
Well, you were technically mortal at the time, so...
Taking a breath in. What the fuck is this?
Oh, that would be air.
Why am I breathing? I shouldn't breathe. What?
I don't know if you were like awake for this, but he kind of grabbed you by the face and turned you into dust and absorbed you. I don't know if that sort of took all. If you're like weird, whatever the hell you are, essence got killed along with him, and then this is just the rest of you. Maybe.
You see her like, holy fucking shit. She looks back at all the scrolls that are sealed and is like, he really did just take all of what was death and put it in there. Holy shit. She looks over to the horizon where the land was. And goes, oh my god. And can you all give me a perception check? Super easy.
Yes.
13.
14.
A fourth time, a nat 20 rolls to a 2.
To a 2.
Or an 11.
Your program is broken.
Okay. 14's fine enough. You look at what was the cliffside before. And you see that the waves and the earthquakes and the storms have pushed a very large portion of sand into the water, which is now lapping at the coast of the land. And deep in the land, you think you might be able to see a couple of buildings poking out.
Huh.
I'm still getting used to the eye. Is that like on the horizon? Is that just some sort of trick of the light, or is there shit over there?
Holy shit.
I do believe that would be civilization. Huh.
Dorney turns to all of you and just goes, where do you want to start?
I mean, we do have the... Sorry, Jared.
No, go ahead, go.
We do have, the kind of pocket greenery world and the Tower of the Fifth still, so... I think that's a good place to start.
I agree. Can write some damn good stories about myself now, I reckon.
I need to start most likely with a nap, a power nap at the very least. Miss Dorney, I know you've technically only been a person for a few minutes, but would you say you are a dog person?
I'm going to end it there. That's perfect. That's the perfect last line of
Yes, it is.
Bo trying to flirt. Perfect. All right, that is going to be the end of Outlaws of the Seven. You guys successfully killed Apollyon. That was a hell of a fight.
So many insane moments in there.
Insane. Holy
Gigi got
shit.
nuked a second time.
Again.
You guys each died like almost once each, other than Bo.
Yeah.
Like,
Except our tank.
Except
Shout out to
our
our
tank,
tank.
our ranger.
Who
all
needs?
right. I hope that everybody enjoyed watching. Thank you for sticking around even with this pre-recorded episode. And I hope that you guys will watch the after show when it comes out, which we are about to go and record. So, do you guys have anything to say as a farewell to this campaign?
I think, I mean, we'll do this, even before the after show so that everybody gets to hear it, I think. Panda, congratulations on DMing your first campaign!
Yeah.
You did a
Thank you.
fantastic job.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The world building is very cool.
Before we go into the after show, I think people would deserve to hear like personal epilogues
Oh,
of
yeah.
Yes.
what the characters might have done post not apocalypse.
Absolutely. Okay, so this newly rejuvenated world, the dune has not been undone, but a lot of the sand has been wiped away. The water now laps at the coast, and you guys have the ability to plant a new life from the base of the tower. Gigi, what do you do following?
Oh, of
All
course,
this.
I think as a bot, I kind of give a retelling of what happened, obviously in song, it to everyone that has survived. Definitely lead the charges in kind of rebuilding society from like the ground up. And I don't think it'd be too extreme to be maybe the leader of this so-called society.
I'm going to say that. I'm not going to give you free reign to say you became king.
She tries. That's what we can.
You take
You try.
you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
I'm going to draw the line at, and I became ruler of the new world.
To be fair, that is what I did in Business Venture. At the Epilogues.
Yeah.
But
Fair.
And
Fair.
once-
Very fair.
However many years pass, and I'm sure the land has matured, Gigi, after however many years of, again, casting gentle repose every 10 days, sets down the teeth in her necklace, performs the reincarnation ritual for an hour to bring back her parents to show her the new world.
We have
Nice.
successfully brought
Show them the new world.
predatory capitalism back to the new world. Yay!
And that's
Okay.
what Gigi was up to.
All right then. Otaria, what do you get up to following the events of the campaign?
so Rand is definitely keeping the persona, the vibe. He is definitely still going around the new world and like in his very dramatic, grandstanding personality, still telling stories and stuff, but the stories that he tells are real now. He's not pretending to be anybody else. It's still the same exact persona, but he's not no Risen Falcon King bullshit. He's just telling stories that he did, but he's doing it more genuinely, and he is like he's like a storyteller at this point, like an entertainer. He'll fight monsters, like try to kind of be wandering folk hero if there's an opportunity, but I like kind of becomes a bard in a sense, I think, of just going around like telling people stuff. But since the stories are true and like accurate recounts, when he's like in his old age, he's going to write a book about him, and therefore sort of finish the arc in becoming essentially a historian like Hephaestus, but telling an accurate recount of all the actual adventures that he went on.
Accurate with the embellishments that I imagine Hephaestus
everything
would,
is fine.
Not Hephaestus, Otaria.
He cut the Antichrist head in half. What embellishments?
That's fair. That's fair. I'll grant you that. Mike, what does Bo get up to following the not apocalypse?
Bo had never had a nice life, an easy time, contentment, a sense of security, or jerky she could be certain wasn't made out of cops. So now she I think has settled down largely where her forge / dog center was, but now doing things like agriculture, growing things, fostering even community. She doesn't live out by herself in a shack anymore. She has her dogs, and assuming she is willing, she would have Dorney. She makes cool custom guns. She makes her a cool custom death gun because even though she can't be the Horsewoman of Death anymore, she should commemorate that. And it was a cool thing to commission and build. She just enjoys having resources and not living in a fucking half-apocalypse world. My God. Picture just 2 content women, a shit ton of dogs, and a little community built around their farm is the epilogue for Bo.
That is adorable.
Excellent.
Aw, like the end of Elf.
Yeah.
Like the end of the Elf, but with the Elf. Like the end of Elf, but with lesbians and guns.
Yeah, it's perfect. Before we fully end it, just in case I ever get the inclination to do this again, I will leave this with a slight post-credit scene once we wrap up everybody's epilogue.
Hell yeah.
Back on the island in the middle of the ocean, the scattered scrolls that none of you mentioned in your epilogue.
Nope.
You see them all lying there, and we pan over to the water to see the one scroll bobbing on the shore, and a thin black hand reaches down and picks up the 7th. And that is where we are going to end Outlaws of the Seven.
Fantastic.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you guys will watch the after show, and we will see you there.
And we'll see you, I guess we should say this too really quickly, next D&Dorks show, because we're not done with everything, begins Friday, October 13th. It's weird to say my return to the DM seat because I'm DMing the stand-in one-shot, which from my perspective, I'm doing tomorrow. So I guess I just returned to the DM seat from here on out for a bit. But October 13th, by pure happy coincidence, Friday the 13th, it is called Agents of Hades. It is a superhero horror miniseries, 3 episodes. It'll be the last 3 Fridays in October. It's going to be very spooky, and I'm excited for it. So hope to see you all there.
Alrighty. Well, we will see you guys there. All right.
Bye.
See you later.